welcome in. I figured out the countdown timer. I'm so proud of myself. I even found some background music and then I deleted the only song that I liked on it. So that went well. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome back to the Thursday Night Live. And we have our special guest. Are you ready to come up, Laura? You can come up now. Might as well. I'm going to add you to the stream.
Hello.
And I have my headset here if I need to put it on. I find it kind of uncomfortable, the one I have. I can't find my good one. So
yeah, don't worry about it.
We should be good. You got yours on, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So how are you doing today? What was your oh, you know what? I forgot to log into Nightbot so we can get our weather updates. How is your weather been this week? Any difference?
We had 2 days of sunshine and it started raining again today. So
it's like the people that want the rain can't get it, and the people that don't want it can't get enough of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we had a week of rain before this. It was needed, much needed. It was so dry here that people were having to water their lawns, which in Tennessee, it's so humid. They don't have to water a whole lot here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so it was kind of surprising. So.
All right, so you're getting your water back, but you're not having any flooding or anything like Kentucky or anything like that, right?
No, not like Kentucky, unfortunately. That's horrible.
That's terrible what's going on there. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No, I know that they're, Tennessee and Kentucky are touching, so I don't know how close, like weather doesn't know borders, right? So
Right, exactly. and we're like practically touching the Kentucky border, but that's on the east of East Kentucky.
Oh, okay, it's on the other side.
And we're central, so
okay,
yeah. Hey, Hugo.
Hi, welcome in, CB. How are you doing tonight, Hedgehog Homestead? Yeah, we've driven through. We have friends that live in, oh my gosh, what's the town? Tiny little town right by the Jack Daniels distillery, Tullahoma.
Oh, okay.
It's right by Tullahoma, Tennessee. And then I've been to Paducah, Kentucky. And I've just kind of driven, that stretch, but I haven't really spent a whole lot of time there. And that was quite a few years ago. It was before I was married.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome in, Mike and Guru. Nice to see you guys in here tonight.
Good to see you.
Yeah, so I'm sure, most people probably know who you are, but do you want to tell us just a little bit about your channel? And
sure. We're a homesteading channel. I started on a homestead probably about a homestead. It was in the city. We had a fourth of an acre, and half of that was gardens and chickens and meat chickens and meat turkeys and rabbits. And so we started doing that on a small scale. And my brother-in-law invited us to come visit him in Tennessee, and so we did. And they wanted to look at properties, and I had no idea that they had planned this. And my husband and my brother-in-law, and so we were looking at properties, and then my husband came back again after we didn't really find anything together, and he wanted to look at some more properties, and he found a piece of property here in Tennessee and decided to start working here. And then came back home, and we lived for about 3, 4, 5 months. And then we moved to Tennessee together. Sold our house rather quickly.
It's always nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Sold it within a month.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but we had 2 months after that to move. So we moved in February.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So in the middle of winter, decided to move to Tennessee. So
I remember that when you guys were packing up and heading out, and I was like, oh, it's exciting, but I don't envy you that drive.
Yeah. It actually wasn't a big drive because we stopped in, different areas and enjoyed the scenery and took it slow.
Yeah.
and just had a good time with it. You know, we hadn't had a vacation in a long time, and so it was kind of like our little mini vacation. So we weren't going to rush, and then realized, oh no, we have to get back really quick in the middle of it and get to our rental house that we're living in.
Oh no.
And so we've got our piece of property, and we've cleared the electrical lines and put electrical on it. And we were going to move in just a tiny home with me and my husband, but my mother-in-law moved here with us, and she thought
Oh.
she could just get into some kind of housing here, and she has some
Oh
mobility
no.
issues, and she couldn't find any like assisted living here or anything like that. So she's going to move in with us, so we're moving on up to a regular house. So that's where we're at. We're just kind of stuck because we're having trouble with Clarksville, Tennessee, where we are at right here in the city, is the number one growing city in the United States. And so to
Oh
get
wow.
contractors to come out to our property to work has been really difficult. So
Oh my
they
goodness.
all are
Yeah.
overbidding us and you know, kind of pricing us out. So it's been very interesting.
Yeah, that's
So I'm
uh,
going back
yeah.
to some of my own things, growing outside here and making bread and using that content for our channel right now because we just don't have enough content for our channel right
Well,
now.
yeah, exactly. It's like wintertime. It's like, just to say hi to my Renaissance grandma who came in. Thank you so much for coming. Psalms 146, no problem. Anytime is good. And Latanya, I got it. And Carbs Homestead, welcome in. And Mike's wife is from Tennessee. Very nice.
Nice.
I have a friend who, because I grew up in Oregon too, right? So you were just outside of Portland. I grew up in,
Yep.
and
And
she
where? I
Salem,
didn't hear that. Salem. Okay.
Salem, yeah. And so I have a friend who went to high school with, and she used to live in California, and they just moved to Tennessee a couple of years ago. And of course, it was like right during all of this nonsense that's going on, and they couldn't get appliances. They couldn't get,
Mm-hmm.
everything was back ordered and furniture, and like it was a bit of a nightmare, and
Right. And a lot of people moved out to Tennessee thinking that they could get things here, so they didn't bring them with them
oh no,
like we did because
yeah,
to move to Tennessee, this destination, they're charging really high prices for because so many people are moving here, and then
yeah.
they can't get the vehicles back to where they're from, like California.
Oh, because no
All
one
the
wants to
West
go.
Coast, the whole West Coast is losing stuff to Tennessee. You know.
I see, because no one wants to drive it back. So the U-Hauls
Hmm.
and everything.
So they're paying people to drive it back. So that goes along with the cost in
Oh my
moving out
goodness.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. No, it's just everything's a bit of a mess right now. It's
Yeah.
just
No, we
uh
got here and Chris, my husband, thought
oh my
he
god.
needed a new chair anyways. He'd get a new Lazy Boy when we were up here.
Yeah.
They told us, we went to the Lazy Boy store and they told us, oh, it was more than a year out. We just got one.
Oh. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah. So
Wow.
not quite a year, but we just got one. So,
Yeah. I had an issue 2 summers ago. So it was summer of 2020, and we were doing this big construction job, and the wash machine like died.
mm-hmm.
And so we looked around and we finally went and bought one brand new. And normally we're always ones that either my husband will either replace parts on it or we'll find a used one. And we looked, there was just nothing in the used
Yeah.
available. And like we needed a wash machine, right? Because we're doing drywall taping and stucco ceilings.
Yeah.
We're coming home filthy every day, right?
Yeah.
And so we bought one brand new and got it home. And so because of the regulations, they wouldn't bring it to the house. So you had to pick it up. They wouldn't do deliveries. They wouldn't bring it in. There's no install, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they put it in the truck. My husband goes with the truck. They put it in the truck in the box. And then like they shut the doors and there's like a dent in the box in the back, and they're like, oh, it's fine, it's probably it's just in the back, it's not a big deal or
Yeah.
whatever. So we get home and there's this big dent in the machine, like in the drum.
Wow.
And so he's like, oh my God, right? So then he calls them immediately. And like after 2 or 3 days playing phone tag with these people, they said, oh, we have to go through the manufacturer's warranty. They won't just, because it wasn't like a box store. It was one of these other like appliance stores. And so I think we went 6 weeks without a wash machine. And middle of summer. And so I have pictures of me and video, and we have like this giant big, I don't know, like 25-gallon bucket type thing. And I'm out on the deck with a pole, washing out our stucco laundry, washing the laundry, and then draping it all along the deck and the railings. And
oh my goodness, that would be horrible.
And then they're like, oh, well, we'll have a repairman come out to see. And so then it's like, well, we have to wait like 6 weeks for this repairman because everyone's off work or sick or whatever. So I just kept laying into him on the phone, and I kind of called them out on Facebook and Instagram, and some of my friends called them out. And so finally we got a phone call back, and then they're like, oh, okay, well, we'll send the repairman out. So the repairman came out, and he was there for like 2 minutes, and he goes, oh yeah, this can't be fixed. It has to be replaced. And my husband's like, how could, like, we sent pictures.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could have totally, he goes, yeah, I could have totally told you from a picture. Like, why did we have to wait? What? Oh my God, I was so mad.
Yeah.
I was so mad. And there was like nothing you could do.
Yeah.
And it's just, oh my gosh.
But that's the way it was back then. I mean, everybody was just like, yeah. And I couldn't imagine washing my ex-husband, not my husband now, used to be a drywaller. And I did a lot of mudding and taping and stuff for him. And and yeah, that's
yeah, well, the job we were doing was mainly like, there was a lot of like regular, like you had to tape it and then stucco, right? And so and then I was doing RX-35, and so you're sticky and just it was just, and it's like hot, right?
Yeah.
And that was like, that was a crazy hot summer here. We were like over 100 degrees for weeks on end. The job we were doing did not have air. Well, they claimed they had air conditioning, but we were doing these dorms at the university, and like half of them weren't even in the room. So they weren't in the room. And then the ones that weren't in the room weren't working. Yeah. And so, you come home, you're exhausted, you're hot, you're sweaty, it's hot out. And then I have to go outside and do laundry.
Yeah.
And I'm beat,
sticking to everything.
Yeah. And then it's like, I know.
And then it doesn't wash out well.
And then it doesn't really wash out. And then where do you dump it? I've got to dump this in the backyard.
Yeah.
I'm dumping out stucco. Oh my God, it was a mess. Hey, Nicole, welcome in. And I said, I waved to Chuck, but I didn't actually officially greet him. But welcome in, Chuck. Thanks so much for coming by. So yeah, you mentioned the weather, but I mean, Oregon's pretty damp too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Who waters their grass? What?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, before that it was dry, hot, and so getting used to gardening here is I'm doing okay, but,
so what zone are you in now?
7.
Okay.
8.
So you went from an 8 to a 7. Okay. That's not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. So
I went from an 8 to a 5.
Yeah, that's quite a bit different. Quite a big difference there.
Hey, Tiny Tim, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Everybody, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. I always forget that when I hit the come in, and then I go and I hit the live chat, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot to hit thumbs up, and then you have to black out and then hit the thumbs up and come back in. And then you got to remember to put live chat again. So
yeah.
I try to remember to hit the thumbs up before I even hit the chat button, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way.
Yeah.
So so you get a lot colder in the winter. Not a ton of snow though, right?
No. In fact, I think we get more snow, and there's no more snow in Oregon.
Oh wow.
Here they get a lot of freezing rain. So
that's not good.
Yeah.
That's so bad for driving. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So I'd rather drive in snow every day, So.
Oh yeah. I'd rather drive in the snow than the freezing rain. And speaking of
Yeah.
all the snow, I think that might be the problem with my front garden. I keep complaining about stuff not doing well there. And I think a lot of it is the salt, right?
Oh,
Right
yeah.
there by the front. Salt gets
Mm-hmm.
put down on the sidewalks and then it gets
Mm-hmm.
shoveled onto the beds.
Which, if it wasn't as much as they do, then it would be fine. But, because salt isn't too bad for the garden, but it depends on what kind of salt too.
Well,
So,
the problem is like we try not to do too much salt if we can avoid it. But
mm-hmm.
the neighbor sometimes if there's like he doesn't shovel ever.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times we shovel. He's an older guy. So we'll shovel for him or whatever. But if he comes out of his house and there's ice, like he will just literally dump salt. And it doesn't matter if the ice is like on the grass.
Right.
Like he'll just dump like a bag of salt like right on the grass because there's ice there where he's gonna walk.
Mm-hmm.
Because he parks right at the edge and he doesn't really give himself much of a walkway. Which if he
Well,
parked over a bit, it would be easier for me to shovel him a walkway instead of like into the grass or whatever.
right.
So
Yeah.
that doesn't help. And I think I don't know. So I'm thinking maybe it's the salt. I'm trying to tell myself that so I feel better.
Yeah, it probably is.
Stupid front garden that's really cheesing me off. So
Yeah. I noticed that you like Garden Answers.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good show. Or a good
Yeah,
YouTube channel.
Yeah, well that's kind of what got me hooked on the whole following people on YouTube.
Yeah.
So prior to spring of 2020, I watched things on YouTube, but it would be like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? And I would search it up and I would watch a video.
Right. Me too.
And then that was it.
Yeah.
It never occurred to me to subscribe. I never hardly ever left a comment.
Right.
Just, that kind of thing just never occurred to me. And then all of a sudden, C hit and it's March of 2020 and we're locked down. Like Ontario was locked down for 3 months. So the only stores that were open were grocery stores or drugstores.
It was the same in Oregon.
Yeah. And so I had nothing to do.
Yeah.
We couldn't work because we can't work from home.
Right.
Okay. So take the trowel and no, to your left, your other left. That's not going to work.
No.
And so, okay. So Frank, what is Chuck wanting to know about? Oh, they're having their own private little Brenda conversation. I can't get them off the screen. There we go. All right. Yes. She has this giant Brussels sprout that's been alive for like 2 years and she's named it Brenda. So they're talking about Brenda.
Cute.
If you're wondering what's going on with the Brenda conversation over there. Yeah. And so then I kind of was like, oh, I'm an idiot because I've been complaining for years that put the H back in home and garden, HGTV. Where's the H? I mean, the G. Sorry. There's always the H. Where's the G? Like I used to enjoy watching Gardening by the Yard. And then we had a few local gardening shows here on Saturday morning. And it was like all of a sudden it just turned into curb appeal or landscape makeovers. And there's like, okay, what's the difference between landscaping and just going into landscaping and gardening? And so, I liked, some of it, but I'm like, no, this isn't what I'm looking for. And then I don't know.
And everybody gives garden tours, but nobody tells you what to do.
Yes.
Except for her.
Yeah. And so then I don't know. I was searching to do something. I was growing new seeds because we couldn't get anything at the stores. Even the garden centers weren't open. Home Depot, anything like that. The only place you could buy anything was Costco because Home Depot and them hadn't ordered anything in. And it was all call ahead. You had to do curbside pickup for everything at like Home Depot and Rona and all those stores. So only Costco was open. Walmart didn't have their garden center open. So even to get soil, to get seeds, to get anything. So my husband went back and he ended up buying me seeds that year at the dollar store because the dollar store was allowed to be open.
Yeah.
And so I think that's when I was like, I got to pack a bunch of seeds stuff I'd never grown before. And so I started looking on YouTube on how to grow it. And I think Laura was growing a lot of stuff as well. And I started watching it. And then I was like, oh, and then I watched, the next day, and then I hit subscribe.
Yeah.
And it was like every morning I would sit with my coffee and I would watch the video, and the longer, the better. And then I got on a few other channels and
I started watching the vegetable gardening because I was like, we got to put in vegetables. We got to grow that. I'm not a very good flower gardener. I'm learning. because I like Laura's channel too. But it was like after a year of growing a successful garden, you know, a vegetable garden, I'm like, well, maybe I should venture out and do some flowers. And, you know, we need flowers too to, you know,
You got to
draw in the
pollinate.
bees.
Yeah.
Yeah. All that fun stuff. And so I started watching Laura, and my husband's like, oh, great. Because I'd come home from the store with all these plants. It's like, you're not allowed to watch her anymore. I
Hi,
told him
12
so.
Stone. Yeah, well, the funny thing was, okay, so my husband always complained I would start all my seeds in the spring, and I would plant everything out, and I would buy my plants in this and do my flower baskets, and I would do everything. And then by like July and August, I was kind of like, I'm done. Like, you know, watering, I didn't keep up with the watering, and stuff would kind of die. And I just, but watching Laura, she was very, very inspirational. You know, you watch her out there and it's like, okay, that was the first year I fertilized weekly, I weeded weekly, I did just like major upkeep. So she was very, very inspirational for me for that. I have to say I've lost a bit of interest this year with like the giant property. Like to me, it's just, I mean, I don't watch the videos when she's planting trees. I'm not even planting any trees. I don't have property for that, right? So it just some things I've lost a bit of an interest. It seems a bit much.
Yeah, because it's
kind of like, oh, we're gonna plant 500 million proven winners plants today, and it's like,
yeah,
it's just not realistic for me anymore, right?
Right, but she's getting most of those plants probably for free.
Oh yeah. Well, she's getting kickback. She's not paying for it, which is fine. But it's just like, okay, I can't plant like this. And then it's like, you know, I look at my front garden and I look at her front, you know, if she had a patch that much, she would have had like, you know, 6 bubblegum petunias in the front and 3 salvias and Wicked Witch coleus and all this and that.
Yeah.
Probably would have spent like $500-600 on plants and it would look freaking amazing. So I'm trying to do it from seed, and it's very, you know, so that, right. So another channel I really enjoy, and they did more on vegetables before, was You Can't Eat the Grass. I don't know if you've watched them. They are a market farm in BC. So they're in Kelowna, BC. And they started off, she's all about veggies. I've
heard about them, but I haven't
like flowers. Yeah. And he liked the flowers. And it turns out flowers have a much higher profit margin.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So this year they didn't really do anything for vegetables because she was having some health problems, and so they stuck with just the flowers, and they've been doing really, really well. But again, you know, just watching them, I don't want to say struggle, but like they started the farm and they started YouTube, and they're just like taking you along for the journey. And so I know a lot of channels kind of make everything look so fabulous, and they gloss over the blood, sweat, and tears. And I would say that you know, I'm sure there's still, you know, you got to pretty it up a little bit, but I'm pretty sure you know, they show a lot more of the realistic side of the work and staying up late at night, and you know, this damage and that damage, and they show you the costs. They tell you how much they make every farmer's market. She tells you the breakdowns of all these different things. So a lot of these people that are starting, because I have a friend here, and she started dating this guy, and he's got some property up north, and she's like, oh yeah, we're thinking of starting a farm, and we'll sell vegetables at the farmer's market. And I'm like, here, watch this video.
Yeah.
Because so many people think
it's a lot of work.
Yeah. And you don't realize, oh my gosh, how much work is into that. Hey, TN Bushcrafter, welcome in. Fellow Tennesseaner.
Yeah.
No, is that
from Tennessee? Yeah.
What would you call a Tennessean?
I don't know.
Tennessee.
I guess we got to ask Bushcrafter.
Bushcrafter, what y'all call yourselves?
Yeah.
I agree.
And what do you call us foreigners that move in? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I don't think you want to know. Because I know what we call people from California when I lived in Oregon.
I know. That's why I'm asking.
Exactly. Well, don't worry. Feel free to tell us the truth there, Bushcrafter.
Yeah.
Proven Winners is pricey, which is why Tennessean. Got it.
Tennessean, yeah.
Tennessean. All right. Well, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Okay, so this year is the first year that our Asian grocery store did not carry Proven Winners.
Oh, wow.
every other year, that's where I've gotten the handful of proven winners, like the Prince Tut grass and a few other things.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see any of the tuts at
Hmm.
any of the garden centers I went to this year, which I was very disappointed because I absolutely love those.
I saw them here in Tennessee, but there
I did
wasn't
not
that
see them.
many.
I
There
looked.
wasn't that many.
Even just to buy one, I'll splurge. But I do have my eye on one of the berry summerific hibiscus from Proven Winners
Mm-hmm.
because my hibiscus, one of my white one died this year. It did not
Oh.
come back, and I'm very sad about it. And hibiscus is my favorite flower, and I've been drooling over these summerific ones for a while now. So I keep like stalking my Home Depot to see if they mark them down. It had like 6 of them there last week, so I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go back and make sure they still have some because I really $25.99. I mean, that's not. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
perennial, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk myself
That's
into
how
it.
I talk I'm like, honey, it's okay. It's a perennial.
It's a perennial.
He's like, don't you buy any annuals?
Well, the other
Just
one
a
I
couple
bought,
here and there.
I think I paid close to $20 for my big red one.
Yeah.
And I've had that thing close to 16, 17 years.
Well, that's pretty good.
And then I bought the white one, and I think I paid like $10. It was on clearance at Canadian Tire. Probably 6, 7 years ago.
Hmm.
And it always came up first. It always bloomed first. It bloomed like crazy. So I don't know. And then all of a sudden this year I was like, that's weird. I don't see anything on it. And it was just the whole thing was just rotted out. So I don't know. Yeah. See, this is the, oh no.
So
That's the
I
wrong
was
one.
born in Canada and went to Oregon.
Oh, wow.
From Oregon to Canada.
Oh, that's funny. So where
Yeah.
in Canada were you born?
Ontario.
Oh, you're from Ontario.
Burlington, Ontario.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
was
that's just
where
south
I
of
was
here.
born.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, Burlington, Ontario. Well, then maybe you've been here.
probably.
Burlington Beach.
Yes, I have been to
We
Burlington.
went swimming
Beach.
there a couple weeks ago. Absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
What's this picture? Oh, it's this. I thought it was. See, you could see the fence. I thought it was like a boardwalk, and I was like, when did I take a picture at a boardwalk or a bridge? Because we did go, and I have pictures from like a couple of the conservation areas we've gone to, and I'm like, when did I put those as my background? It's my fence sideways, and I don't know how to rotate the pictures on my backdrop.
Oh, okay.
It just puts them in landscape. So if it's a vertical picture, it just goes whoop. So everything's sideways. Oh gosh. I'll get a pack of tea. Oh. Okay, well, here's the thing. Proven Winners plants get so much bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, they are tried and true. And even the annuals, they're not grown from seed. They're all grown from cuttings.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like old plants, right? So they really just have a lot more vigor. They'll get bigger and stronger and hardier than the ones you grow from seed,
Mm-hmm.
which I have learned because I grow everything from seed, and it's really it's just really hard to get anything that vigorous. The closest I've found are some of the petunias, my climbing petunia. Good-hearted tomato seeds to grow inside hydroponically, $9 for 10 seeds. That I saw those and I was like, oh my gosh. But can you save the seeds?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a hybrid, but I would risk it. I would try it and see what happens. I would save them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coffee bushes. Oh my goodness. Wow. Fancy. I don't have room to grow enough coffee for what we drink.
You may not be able to grow it either, though. It may be too cold.
Probably.
I think you need it warmer. I need to get some coffee bushes, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Chris?
I think you'd have to do them inside. Hey, Chris. I don't know, is he waving or clapping? Waving. I can never tell what these emojis are on my phone when they're tiny.
Yeah.
I hit something and then people are like, why did you say that? I was like, what? It was like, in the chat, like it pops up just those, the basic ones. I thought the one like this, I thought it was a dab, but it's cough. It's cough. So I use that. If you see me do that, I use that as a dab. Okay. I'm dabbing. Some of them.
This one? Oh, wow.
That's,
What's a dab? I don't even know what it is. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's super cool.
And that's a cup. Okay. That's a cup? Is that what you said?
That's called a dab. The other one is called cough. It's cough, like, because they're all
cough.
Like,
like cough in your elbow.
Yeah, because they're like the one, like the hand, it's hand sanitizer. It's all like COVID safety things. If you look at what they actually are. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so that one's cough. And then some of them, so I've been using them thinking they were all these other things. And then a dab means something different. A little dab will do ya.
Yeah, a little dab.
I just thought that's what it was in the emojis, right? And then in some people's screen, they don't see the actual emoji. They just see the words written out. And so it said cough in sleeve or something. And they're like, why are you coughing in your sleeve? Like, what? That doesn't make any sense. And I was like, or why did you put hand sanitizer in the chat? Like, oh, I thought it was clapping or something. Yeah. Yeah. You should see them on the screen, right?
No.
Oh, no. Chris is bored. He's yawning. Yeah, so these ones that pop up, there's like a monkey, there's like the YouTube ones, and there's like the heart-shaped one, and then there's this one, which I didn't know what this one was. And sometimes, it's a hug. Okay, so this is the hug emoji. Right? And then you got the hand sanitizer. And then this one, like, what the heck is that supposed to be? That is, you got this. The guy with the thumb. I don't know. It's like it looks like he's holding a carrot or something. I thought he was flipping the bird at once, but here's the dab. So here's the cough/dabs. He's dabbing. Can't
see it because I'm not on the.
And then this one is wash hands, which I thought it was clapping. And then this one is social distancing.
They should have definitions to them.
They do on underneath. I can see underneath. This one's video call. This one's good vibes. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I use it as a dab. But some people, it only, like on StreamYard, when I look over at the StreamYard chat, it doesn't show the emojis, it just shows the words. So it does, like, it says social distance, it's video call.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't either, Nicole, for like the longest time. I'm just going, and it wasn't until someone, and I think because they were using StreamYard, and they're like, what are you typing? Like, what are you eating? Have you been drinking? I'm like, what? And and I don't know why there's so many cats. Oh, shelter in. This means shelter in. Stay inside. This is learning. This one is chill with dog. That's a dog. That's supposed to be a pug. I guess it's a pug. Dexter will be happy. Chill with cat. So instead of Netflix and chill, we're just, hydrating. Yes, we need to hydrate.
Yes.
Take
I
out.
saw that one.
Yeah. And then take out. And then what the heck? Okay, at a glance, this does not look like elbows. I'm just saying.
Yep.
I'm just saying, yes. A lot of people think you're.
Yeah.
Yes. You're dancing and people think you're coughing on them. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But this one, no. This one looks like. And I don't understand the elbow bump. It drives my husband insane because you actually get closer to the person.
Yes, you do. Yes.
Than if you did a fist bump. You could do a fist bump at arm's length.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But elbow bumps, you come a lot closer to elbow bump.
Especially if you're coughing in your elbow.
And you're coughing into said elbow. Exactly.
Yeah.
What if you cough into the elbow while doing an elbow bump? Sorry, buddy.
Or somebody goes to do an elbow bump because you're going to cough in your elbow.
I they know totally well what they're doing with those. Well, I'm gonna have to be using this one a lot more often. I'm gonna just tell you right now. Oh, I forgot to say, I did log into Nightbot. So if you type it properly, if you type the word link, it will drop your link into the chat. Hopefully, if Nightbot's awake. Rubbing coughed on elbows. Exactly. It just seemed like, yep, it's working. So if you just type in the word link, it will drop your link. Let me drop Laura's if you aren't. And I'm like, Laura. Yes.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Laura's.
And then there's Laura's, and then I get confused between Linda and Lydia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Linda and Lydia. I know people get me and Raquel confused.
And then there's Lisa.
Lisa, I can handle. And then there's like
Lisa.
Four Nicoles that use, and usually I have like 2 or 3 Nicoles in here.
Yeah.
In the afternoon in here. So we normally have this Nicole. So we have Texas Nicole, and then I have Canada Nicole, and then it's just they're like, which Nicole are you talking to? Hey, welcome in. How are you doing over there in Cape Cod? How's your weather? Oh yeah. And if you type in, so if you type in you type in weather and your city or any city you want to know about, and it will tell you the weather. So yeah, hey, the links are working. Every once in a while, it just like it doesn't work again.
Right.
I have to go in and I don't really
do it.
Oh. Yeah, don't look at my weather, Nicole. Do not look at my weather. Okay. So we have had some rain this week. So I hate to tell you all this, but we had a huge rain Sunday, and then we had rain last night and thunderstorm warnings. So I don't know if you saw my Instagram, but there was some really sketchy looking clouds rolling through yesterday. And just south of us, they had like a severe weather warnings. They said winds up to 90 kilometers. Well, even here, they said possibility of winds up to 90 kilometers an hour and nickel-size hail. So that is why I went and...
which is about 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, just plenty.
For you Americans.
Yeah, I still do temperatures in Celsius. I mean, in Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
But I didn't do the conversion on the kilometers. I just look at my speedometer and then that's how I do.
Yeah.
I have both of them there. No location provided. Sorry. Yeah, you got to add your city. I know, Nicole. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you gotta dox yourself to see the weather in your, or you could just look at your phone.
Yes. No, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's fun seeing it come up there. 80 degrees.
It is fun to everybody. Sure.
She's only 84. That's not that bad.
We have 2 inches of rain today, which is perfect.
Okay, but my humidity is higher. I'm at 87% humidity.
That's what mine usually is, about 80 to 90.
Yeah, we went out. Oh man, it's because it was like I don't know, it was in the 80s today, and then like raining, and it was just like
we're 84 with 83% humidity.
Okay. Barn stable is 80 with 87%. Ooh. Minnesota, yeah. That's where my mom's family is all from.
Nice.
You were 63%. Ooh. Lies. It's 84. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Well, normally we're hot and humid in the summer. Like normally we have hot and humid summers, and this year it's just been. And Farmer's Almanac predicted a colder summer than usual, a cold and dry summer. So it has been drier than usual, for sure. Like grass everywhere is fried. But
it's been hotter than usual, right? No,
we've been cooler
than usual.
We've been a lot cooler than usual, especially our spring. I would say the garden's about a month behind. When I look at like pictures from last year of the tomatoes and everything, like it's just been a lot cooler, which I'm not complaining about for everything else. because it makes it so much easier to live and to function and all of that. But
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Nicole. But the plants really could use a bit more heat, especially like the cucumbers and the melon. For some reason, the peppers are like living their best life, but I have them up by the house, and there's like the brick wall there, and they're in full sun. So
Mm.
I think
So that's why they're
it's
living their
kind of
best
like a
life.
little microclimate there. The
Mm-hmm.
vent, it's not getting so it heats up. It's a lot warmer there than other
Mm-hmm.
places. So,
That's a good place to put them then.
but the tomatoes, I don't know. We'll see how they do this year if I get any of the large tomatoes. Otherwise, I might be moving where I put the tomatoes and just doing something else along there, because it's just our trees. Like my husband pruned back a lot of the branches, but our tree is giving a lot more shade, and then the neighbor's tree is really shading out my little tomato alley section there. I'm not getting near the
Yeah.
sun that I had in the past years. So
That's hard. In Oregon, I barely got any sun in my backyard. So it was like maybe 4 hours when it was nice.
yeah,
4 to 5. So yeah, peppers didn't grow very well, and tomatoes did good. I mean, for
yeah,
what I was doing, they were good. They were great. But yeah,
yeah. So you haven't really set up the homestead and the gardening and all that yet.
no, I'm working on the compost and
Oh yeah.
working that out, and what I'm going to do. Like laying out my plans of. Think I'm going to do some lasagna gardening out there. I've talked to a few gardeners that are
Start. Yeah.
from the area, and they just said that's the best way to work with the putting some good
Yeah.
sensible
And the
topsoil.
no till stuff,
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
no till gardening. Well, just it's easier too.
Oh, I know.
Oh
I
my
don't know
god.
why anybody
So
would
much
want to
easier.
till.
Yeah. I mean, we have to do a bit if we're doing a new section, because we have clay
Mm-hmm.
with hard pan,
Yeah, so do we.
and it just nothing will break that up. And then the problem is I can't layer too much because it's on a hill.
Right.
So if I try to add too much on top, it just washes that down. So
You can put some salt on it. It should break it down a little bit.
hi, Andale. How are you doing? Welcome in.
Hi.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Andale.
Yeah, like gypsum. I know I keep saying we should just, when we get home from work, just go shake off in the garden.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Well, that's what I was washing the clothes outside. I'm like, gypsum is good for clay. Let's go dump this water in the
Yeah,
garden.
yeah,
My husband's like, I don't know if it's the same kind of gypsum. What?
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, the hill makes it tricky. So some of it's really nice soil because of when we amended it. And then there's some spots that have not gotten amended, and it's just like, it's like a rock.
yeah, yeah.
And it's kind of like where I stuck the beans, and they're struggling because I don't think they can put out roots. So
Mm,
you know what? I should get some of those tiller radishes and try to drop some seeds for that
there you go.
fall garden, and see if that's not
Hmm.
going to help break some of that up. Just sprinkle them and just throw them in.
Yeah,
Huh.
that's
I
a
need to
good
go
idea.
shopping.
Goodbye.
Okay, see you later. Bye. Did you hear a window open up? Welcome
Yeah.
to Baker Creek. I'm so mad that they charge me shipping now.
Oh, really? They do.
$10 shipping to Canada.
Mm,
So I keep waiting for them to have like a free shipping day.
right.
Hasn't happened. And I also keep waiting for some of the local ones here, because shipping here is $10 to $12 too at most seed
Yeah.
shops. Shipping in Canada is outrageous. I mean, I can understand why they did it for Baker Creek. I think they should have, instead of just, straight up boom. And it just happened. Like it was just one day you
Hmm.
got free shipping, the next day you didn't. There was no warning.
Wow.
I think they should have put a limit, like over $20 you get free shipping, because
Hmm.
I know a lot of people would order and would break up the orders. One, to get more free seeds.
Hmm.
And then two is because they have that wait list, right? And so you get notified something you
Yeah.
really wanted was on the list. And so they'd order it right away, and
Right.
not want to wait because they're like, oh, well, it's going to sell out again. So,
Right. Yeah, and then you're paying shipping on a pack of seeds.
And then
$10.
they're paying shipping on a pack of seeds plus
Yeah.
the free seed. I think it should have been, okay, you only get the free seed over a certain amount and you get free shipping over a certain amount. And I think they should do the free shipping over a certain amount for everybody, because I know people in the US are doing that too. And I know it's cheaper there, but I still think a $10 minimum is not the end of the world for the free shipping.
Right.
And the free seed. I think they did put it had to be over $5 to get the free seed or something.
Mm.
For clay, I think the cocoa coir, but sand and clay make concrete.
Yep.
So you have to be really careful with the ratios and stuff on that. So I think where we're at now, most of the garden is fairly decent. Just there's a section at the bottom I need to fill out, and then a section up at the top that just behind the gizmo statue, I just shoved the beans right in the clay.
Mm.
And honestly, I could probably take a shovel and dig that there's like a ridge there. I could take a shovel, dig that out, and I could probably make like a lovely bowl.
Yeah.
It is pure.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. At least it's not red clay, because that stuff's super messy.
Yeah, that's what we have.
Yeah. That's what we had in Oregon. We had the red clay.
Yeah. We slip slide away too. It's like when.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, that's why we put. My husband bought these. It's like this green plastic, like almost like a little, like a grid or something that you put on top of the grass, and the grass can grow through it, but it keeps it from. Because the walkways through there, especially in the springtime, they get so muddy, and you trample through there, and you can't. I'll sell the clay to pottery stores. I should. I should. I was watching something, and they were going through, and they're like, even if you have pure sand soil, strain it or whatever, you'll still get a certain percentage of clay out of it. And they were doing how to go on your backyard and dig up your own clay and make the little things with it. And I should, because I got her a pottery wheel thing, just a kid's cheap one.
Yeah.
But we could like make stuff with our own clay.
Yeah. There you go. Yep. And then you can replace it. Hi, seeds. Well, Tennessean.
I would be ordering just one pack of seeds.
Yeah, I have a feeling that you're not that kind of girl.
Add to cart. Exactly.
I know. That's what I do. And then I get to the cart and I'm like, oh,
we had to use Nightbot. Yeah. We had to use Nightbot for our links. So, hey, Hudson, welcome in. How are you guys doing tonight? Nice to have you in here. We did miss you. She's saying hello. They're saying hello. Everyone's saying hello, hello, hello.
Hey, Jessie. Jessie was busy in somebody else's live. 9 acres, I won't say.
Jessie, you're cheating on me? Dude. I figured someone else had to be going live. That's all I'm saying. I knew. No.
Well, he was up in the live. So.
Oh, he was. Oh, well, that's okay.
Yeah. That's a little different. It's a little different.
Pass.
Yeah.
You get a pass for that. So, yeah, I felt so bad yesterday. You came up on the screen and then my internet just cut out.
Mine did too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then you weren't even in the chat. And I was like, oh, do you want to come up tomorrow night? Because, and then our internet was out for several hours last night. Mm-hmm. And then it was out again today.
I had to restart mine. Mine just blipped out. And mine does that every once in a while. So my friends are used to it. But I was just like, okay, I can't even communicate that I can't come back right now.
Jessie would be the first one to rat someone out. Yeah, and then
am I in trouble now, Jessie?
Like, oh, I sent you the message. Well, no, I forgot. I was going to send the message, and then it never went through. And I'm like, oh no, it's not going through because I don't have an internet, right? So, yeah. And I said, I think I might have sent you an email to the email on your. Oh no, I was going to send you an email. I went to YouTube to get your email address. And then I'd seen that you had just finished a live.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'll just comment on the live. That'll be easier. Because I was on my way to work. I was in the car. Yeah. I was like, well, this will be faster. She'll see this before she'll see it. Yes, I was going to say this. The sweetest, and I couldn't remember what it was. The sweetest southern bellflower of the South.
Yes, indeed, she is. She is.
Am I the sweetest flower of the North? I don't know if anyone's ever called me
Called
sweet.
you sweet.
I've been called a lot of things. I'm not
Yeah.
sure sweet's ever been one of them.
I bake sweet things, but I don't think anybody's really.
I thought that was a cat for a minute.
No, it's a heating. I have a bad back.
Oh no. You
Yeah.
got your heating pad on. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I got my my foot taped. I hurt my foot the other day. It's better though, but
That's good.
it could be the aspirins. Hey, Miss Shirley, how are you doing tonight? Welcome in, one of our winners from
Hello.
last week.
Oh, gee.
She is the
OG
sweatiest
Gardner.
flower of the Gulf. Oh my God! Did you see Nicole's video? Her last? When was it?
Nope.
Sunday? Did that come out Sunday? No, it came out Saturday. I watched it Sunday morning. Oh my God. At the end of that video, it's just like her hair is just like plastered. It's like stuck on her face. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, you poor thing.
That's why I always put my hair up when I work outside.
You are the prettiest, sweet, self-planted flower of the You're just trying to get back in my good graces. Oh, I'm still laughing at that. Oh, I laughed so hard when you showed yourself on camera at the end. Oh, it was just like her hair is literally just like stuck to her cheek. Like it's just. Oh my God!
Yeah, that's what it's like
I don't know
living
how
there.
she does that. I would be doing my filming at midnight.
Yeah.
Or I'd be walking around in like a portable air conditioner.
Or you do it at dusk or dawn, you know?
She was out there early.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
It's hot. Like it got up to 101 today, right? Like it's been 108. It's been 100 and stupid. Yeah. Thank you very much, Miss Anne. He's dropping links. It's swampy and it's so swampy. It's so swampy. I want to come visit and sit in your little blue garden chair, and we're gonna pick a lemon off the tree and make a drink. But I'm not coming until like November. So it better be lime still. Because yeah, when I moved from Oregon to Florida, so I moved to Florida originally from Oregon, lived there for 3 years before I came to Canada. We drove out, so I moved with my parents, and it was in the beginning of November, and we had 3 weeks between when the house in Oregon closed and we could be in the other house. So it's like instead of just racing there and staying in a hotel there, we just took our time, and it was a wonderful trip. So we drove straight down I-5 to San Diego. We had wanted to go through like Grand Canyon and everything, but we were pulling stuff, and they got like an early snow in the mountains, so it was like no. So we just drove straight down to San Diego and straight across Highway 10, and it was amazing. It was a beautiful trip. It was so nice just seeing different parts of the country, and the food was amazing along the way, and we just kind of made all the stops, went down through we went to New Orleans and all over. And then we went back up to Atlanta to visit some friends, and then we went back down. So, but yeah, it's the way to do it, just road trips. Well, my daughter, I would love to go on more and just to kind of travel and see, because we did a lot of driving around, because I grew up in Alaska originally. It's from Alaska. And so, to go anywhere, it's just hours and hours in the car, right? Like I've driven the Alaska Highway. It's like 3 days.
Yeah.
Nothing but gravel roads and moose. And that's just what you did, right? And so here it's just, sometimes it's just nice to see the countryside and everything and stop along the way and whatever. But my daughter still gets car sick.
Oh.
So it's not super fun to go on car rides with her, because she will throw up and that, and then she's, feels terrible and disgusting and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
100 is stupid, and stupid is accurate. The heat humidity does havoc on a girl's hairdo. Honestly,
Yes, it does.
mine would be up all the time.
Yeah.
As soon as it's hot and sweaty, like today at work, it was up.
In
It's
the
up.
house, it's down, and when I'm outside, it's up.
Mine's usually up unless I'm filming.
And then, yeah, I usually put a hat on outside too because it keeps you so much cooler.
Yeah, I wear sun hats outside, and then at work I wear like the ball cap because I was painting a ceiling today. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my god, you should have seen me. So I had to take a shower, and I was busy doing other stuff. I didn't get into the shower until like 10 to 7. And then I get out of the shower, and I still had paint on my face because I was washing, and I don't have
Mm-hmm.
paint in there. So I'm like sitting here trying to flake the Zinsser off of my face. It was a high ceiling, right? And I had to paint. It was like
Yeah.
living room,
Yeah.
dining room, entryway. It was a big room area, and it was 9-foot ceilings. And the Zinsser is very, very drippy. If you've ever worked with it, it's like very watery consistency. It's not your average ceiling paint. It's
Mm-hmm.
blocking primer, and it's shellac based, so it dries in like 20 minutes. But it's
Oh,
very,
wow.
it goes on very wet and watery. It stinks to high heaven, so you have to wear the big respirators. Otherwise, I start seeing stars. Funny, first
Yeah.
time I painted a room, a big room, and then all of a sudden I was like, I'm seeing stars. I just thought that was like something they made up for cartoons.
Yeah.
I didn't
Nope.
know you could actually see stars. I was like, I think I need to step
I've
outside.
hit my head and saw stars before.
Yeah, it's actually a thing.
Yeah.
Ooh. Your birthday's in November. That means you're a Scorpio? My mom's birthday is in November as well. And so is my niece. And so is Dexter. Maybe you and Dexter share a birthday. Dexter's birthday is April 8th. No, I just said no, November 18th. And my niece is the 19th. And my mom's the 5th, I think.
Yeah.
I think. I send a card at the end of October. Somewhere around then.
My mom's is in February, so I send it in February too. So I feel you.
The rest of my whole family, it's all like the last 2 weeks of January, first 2 weeks of February. Me, my dad, all his brothers and sisters, his cousins, my cousins, like my grandma, like everyone's birthday is right in there. I'm right at the end of January. I teach her to drive, then let her drive, and she won't get car sick. She's 13. She's better now that if she's big enough, she can sit in the front seat.
Yeah.
She's
nice.
5. She's almost 5'5" now, right? So
yeah.
When she was old enough to get in the front seat, we keep some nausea meds in the car constantly. Yeah. Oh, that's bad. No, she's fine unless it's a longer drive. Well, here's the thing. If it's with us and it's over an hour, she'll start complaining she's not feeling well.
Mm-hmm.
If she's with friends, that doesn't happen.
Ah, interesting. Maybe she's not focused on.
She gets distracted.
Yeah.
Yeah. November 15th. Oh my goodness, you and Dexter are so close. No wonder you're so similar.
Hey.
But we have a puke bucket. We have a collapsible puke bucket we keep under the seat at all times. And I do bring Gravel for her, like on longer trips, or when we go on an airplane or anything like that. But it makes her so sleepy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Does she have an ear problem or anything like that?
Nope, never had an ear infection, never had anything like that. So
wow.
I don't know. He's not allowed in the craft room.
Oh.
Dexter's downstairs, probably pining away. He's probably laying on the couch staring upstairs longingly for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Dexter.
The kid should be home soon. She's out with a friend. And I think everyone's outside right now. It's looking really ominous. It's kind of like glowing.
Oh.
And then there's like these kind of scary looking clouds. But then there's like white puffy clouds.
We just had a storm go through.
Yeah, and then we had like tornado warnings, but they were south of us.
Hi, Mr. MT.
Hey, welcome in, Mike. How are you doing? Nice to have you in, even if I didn't win a shirt last night. But Jan didn't win either, so that's all right.
Yeah.
And Terry. Oh, they're
Yep. They're tag
Who
teaming.
can get in there first? Welcome in. How are you guys doing tonight? Hopefully, do you get any more rain? Do you get any more TT? How are you doing, TT? I ran your channel again last night, so I'm not commenting on them because I'm running it on the TV thing downstairs, but I did run it. So it's a couple different nights. You already have them, I'm sure. You probably already have their shirts. No sympathy. No sympathy for me. Absolutely not.
He wins everybody's.
Everything. And if he doesn't win, Lisa does. And if Lisa doesn't win, guess who else does? Miss Andale.
Oh, yes, she does win a lot of stuff.
I know. If I go into a chat and those three are in there, I'm like, well,
it's over.
Yeah,
I'm not going to win anything.
Bother. Exactly. Why? Why even bother?
Yeah.
Oh, go put those chickens to bed. Are you going to tell them a story? Do you sing them a song to get them to come into the coop? Hey,
they're probably
Ro,
already
how are
in
you doing?
In the coop waiting for.
You grow, Ro. Welcome in. Thank you so much. You don't have the new ones. Oh, wah, wah, wah. Well, you'll have to go buy them, Jesse, like the rest of us. Oh, he got his jellies today. Awesome. Thank you so much. So I think I'm down to, oh my gosh, every time I check my hours, it's like,
oh, really? Yeah, because you got some, you always have some dropping off. And then, yeah, it's hard.
Because it keeps taking away from last year.
I'm so thankful that when I hit 1,000 that I had my hours.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to go through that. I got my,
Well, and I'm really regretting that I wasn't doing weekly lives last fall.
Yeah.
I chose not to just because it was nice to, just to have the evenings and hang out with the kids and whatever. And then, and then I was like, dang it. Looking back now. So yes, if you are heading towards monetization and you're not doing weekly lives, do it.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the only way you'll get your hours, I swear. So either that I'm going to have like a telethon or something. Yeah. I'm not going to bed.
Do one of those 24-hour live.
24-hour live. Oh my God. All Brampton all the time.
Schedule people in. Can you come in?
Jellies. My neighbor and I were over across the street harvesting crab apples off the neighbor's street. And unfortunately, she's not home right now. I don't know if she's out of town or whatever, but I was going to go ask, but she's not home. But, and, I come in and I don't see her car there and everything. But the last couple of nights, we've seen these other ladies going out and they're collecting a bunch of them. Well, if anyone's going to get her crab apples, it's going to be me because I'm actually her neighbor and I live here and I talk to her. So,
and she lets me in the past.
Yes. So yeah, I've asked in the past and she's like, oh yeah, no problem. She doesn't do anything with them. They just fall on the ground or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyways, my neighbor last night, she's like, have you asked her about the crab apples? I said, I haven't seen her. Like her car hasn't been in the driveway or whatever. And so she's like, well, there's a bunch of ladies over there tonight with a big scarf and they're harvesting.
Wow.
So I went and I got some, but I noticed some of them are kind of spoiled inside, like putting away. So I don't know if it's like worm damage or
they look fine worm damage,
whatever. So and they're so tiny because they're the little ones. So I was prepping them, so I might do a small batch of crab apple jelly.
I didn't know you could do crab apple jelly.
It tastes like very, very sour apples.
Mm.
Well, there's different varieties. So the one I have in the back of mine, it produces fruit, but they're super tiny and they're just ornamental.
Mm.
They're not really edible. Gizmo, but they're not really edible. And then her tree there has two different sizes. So it has like this medium size, kind of like a grape.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this others. I don't know if the tree's been grafted or what, but then there's others that are larger. and they're like the smaller, it's like a small apple. And those ones are the ones that we used to get over at the coast. We would go and you go and you get your fish and chips or whatever, and they would always serve a ring of crabapple, pickled crabapple on the side of the plate. Oh, it was up. Oh gosh, you've probably been there too. I think it was in Lincoln City.
Okay, I've probably been there then.
And it was a fish place, and it was like right by the beach, of course. But it was like right when you go. Okay, so if you go straight, you take Sunset Highway, and you just go straight, and like the Doubles Punch Bowl. You come out on the right hand side. It's that first, like you go down a little strip, and you're at the beach, and that's like it was that first restaurant there, the seafood restaurant.
Yeah.
And I would always get the deep fried clam. No, it's the clams that they had there.
I think they had clams there.
No, what are the little ones? The little. Oh my god, I can't think what they're called.
Oysters?
No, they're like the little tiny ones, and they come like little. Maybe it was clam strips. Maybe it was clam strips where they cut it up.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's what I would get, and then they always would have this ring. It looked like a beet, but it was a pickled crabapple. And it's the only place I think I've ever had them, and I love them. I would always get everybody's from the table because no one else liked theirs. I missed it. I'll watch the replay, Miss Shirley. Oh, what? Oh, what? Oh my gosh, I missed it too. I'm so sorry. I saw you over on Dorsha though. You did great over there. I saw Dorsha had you on. It is crazy to try and get the hours. Have you got your hours yet? You got your hours, right, Anne? Yes, she did. I think she did. Yes. Yeah, I was watching her playlist.
I think she finally did. Yeah, I was watching her playlist for a while too.
No, it's clam strips because I was like, wait, clams, but clams are bigger, so it was clam strips. I'm not a big fan. The only time I've ever had scallops that I liked them was at Roach Harbor.
I think they have to be cooked just right, or they're no good.
Islands, and they're wrapped with bacon, and they're cooked in like almost like a vinaigrette, and their scallops are absolutely delicious. They just melt in your mouth. They're fresh like that day, right? Thank you, Hudson. Have a great day.
Yeah, I see seafood places here, and I'm just like, no. We're too far away from the ocean.
Oh, yeah, there has to be volume. You can't have it on. You can mute your tab, I think, but not the video itself. And if you're doing it on a phone or whatever, if you just put the headphone in if you don't want to hear it. Otherwise, I don't like scallops, no. I'm not a huge seafood person, which is kind of crazy being as I grew up, Oregon and Alaska.
Yeah. Maybe you're burned out on it.
I think so. Just too much. Our neighbor had a deep sea fishing boat. We'd go out. My dad would go out with him, and they'd catch a bunch of halibut and salmon. And I like smoked salmon, but I like dry smoked, like Oregon style dry smoked salmon, which is
I love
really hard
Oregon
to find here.
Yeah.
People say smoked salmon, and it's like what I would consider like lox.
Yeah.
Right? Like what you put on a bagel and whatever. But to me, smoked salmon it's dried out almost like a jerky, right?
Yep.
And my husband was like, what? I was trying to describe it. And so we actually did one here. It was so good. But you soak it, you brine it in the fridge with salt and brown sugar or whatever for a couple of days and let it dry out, and then you smoke it. It's so rich. It's so good. But so it was totally different here. Thank you. Scallops. Now they're all talking about scallops. Oh my goodness. Ice trays. Like, welcome to the 21st century. We have ice machines now.
Yeah.
We go through a ton of ice, and because like my glass here, like I fill it. And it's like I fill it with ice and then I add water. My daughter drinks it. We go through a ton of ice. And when our ice machine broke a few years ago, I was like, what are we going to do? Like, are we going to go, like I said, I'm going to have to go buy a bag of ice. Like I was, my husband was like, or you could use the ice trays that are in the cupboard. I was like, oh, right.
Those things, those.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but then, like one ice tray fills up one glass.
That's the thing is I have to have 4 ice trays on the go when I'm doing ice trays. Yeah. The thing is yeah, our old one was like that too, but we installed an ice maker, like a separate standalone, like it wasn't stock. I don't know what aftermarket, I guess.
Yeah, aftermarket ice maker.
And you just you stuck it in the freezer. It didn't have like, you can't do the thing on the door, and even ours doesn't now. It just has the drawer or whatever. But
yeah, ours has the drawer with the ice maker inside it.
Yeah, get an ice machine, Mike. Enough with the trays. Enough with the trays. Can't deal with it. I was going nuts with these stupid trays because I would be like, okay, I'll put like 3 ice cubes in a glass, and then my daughter would come in and take the whole. I'm like, you can't have that many ice cubes because it's gonna take too long to reload the ice. And it's funny, I don't know, our neighbors for some reason their ice it's never working.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know if they got a new one or not because she hasn't asked for a while, but it should be out in the backyard. She's like, can I borrow a bag of ice? I want to make drinks.
Yeah.
She's making smoothies or whatever. So I'll be like, all right. So I'll go and fill up a Ziploc bag for her or whatever. And then oftentimes she'd hand me a slushie or a margarita or whatever over the fence.
Right.
Like, thank you.
Yep.
Those are expensive. I know Laura got one because she's obsessed with ice too. They had to get their ice at the gas station because it was the only place that had the special kind of ice, and then the gas station quit carrying it, and then they bought the ice machine.
Yes.
It's sad that I know this much about her ice, but I watched this whole thing.
I actually know too. That's the scary thing. I know exactly what you're.
And I know Nicole knows. I know Nicole knows all about it too. Hey, LP, welcome in. Thank you so much. We don't even have a Sonic though, so I can't even really relate to that.
Yeah.
But I think the hospital has that ice machine too. That's what they use. That's what I've heard. So go fill up at the ER.
Like, can I have a
what
bag
else
of
you might
ice?
catch? Yeah. It might take 8 hours, but you'll get some nice ice. And I think Roots and Refuge.
Walk out with the C, but you got your ice.
Yeah. I think Roots and Refuge has ice too. They have the ice maker. Yeah. They're like $600 for that style. Like you can get cheaper ones, and you can probably buy, like, Mike, don't freak out. You can probably buy a cheap one on clearance for, I don't know. Honestly, I'm thinking in Canadian prices too. So I don't know how much it is where you're at.
Yeah.
Price wise, but you could probably.
So it's probably $400. So.
Really? For just like a standalone little ice machine?
I don't know. Now I want to look it up.
Find one for him. No. We'll all chip in. Everyone chip in for Mike's ice machine. Yeah, I know. We paid like $60 for the one my husband had to install, but it was at a Sears clearance outlet. So it was one of those things. So we're all typing in ice machine. Like, I'm curious now. How just like a regular, not like crazy expensive.
$100, $350.
Okay, this one's 107. It's 17% off. It makes 26 pounds of ice. It sits on your countertop. It's like the size of an ice cream machine. Are you convinced, Mike? Tell your wife we said you can. Or you know what? Just have fun and go with the Hawaiian shaved ice.
Yeah.
$33 and make your own. Well, you still have to have ice. Never mind.
Yep.
Oops. Well, just throw that on. Yeah, some of these $459. I think that's like the
Primo one.
I don't know if I could justify. I mean, I like ice, but I don't eat it. I don't chew on it.
Yeah, I don't either.
I like the straw actually, so I don't care about the texture of the ice. I kind of like the cute ice, the cute shaped ice, but then my daughter wanted to get this cute shaped ice tray, but I'm like, then you got to make the ice.
Yeah.
And I ain't got time for that.
My husband used to make the round ice for a drink, and it's like
that the giant ball one, yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's like you got one drink.
Yeah.
Who's having a drink tonight?
And then you're disappointed when your drink's gone because it's like, wait a minute, I thought I had so much more in there.
Oh yeah.
Because,
Well, and then
it
they
takes
had
up
like
so much space.
they had the rocks.
Yeah.
They have the rocks that you can put in that don't water it down. So maybe you should
Yeah.
do that, Mike. Get the rocks.
Yep.
Those are expensive though. They're like $30 for the pack, but they had them like at like Barnes and Noble. And it comes in like this little, velvet lined box with fancy little tongs. And you store them in the freezer. Yeah. She makes the giant ice ball. You should take one of those and just slip it down your shirt when you're heading out to the garden.
There you go.
It'll slow down on the melting. She wants one. Oh, some of you got to put the ice it makes in the freezer. Yeah.
The ice rocks on Amazon are only like $16, $8, $9. Yeah.
Okay.
Not bad.
She wants one. Some you got to put the ice it makes in the freezer. Oh. That's weird. We bought one that actually just went in the freezer. It was just like a unit that went right in the freezer. And my husband had to install it.
Mm.
I want to see that on a video.
Yeah, that's a good video, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be annoying. Here's ding, 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 ding. Your ice is ready. You have 2 minutes to get in the freezer. Like that seems really awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Use river stones. That's how you get beaver fever, buddy.
Oh my goodness, beaver fever.
It's a thing. It's real. It's a thing. Yeah, it is. And there's a beaver down at the end of the ponds. And so we always say, don't go in the water. You're going to get beaver fever. Oh, I have video. And I keep forgetting. I haven't uploaded it yet, but I have video of the beaver. The ice cube could come in handy yet again.
Yes.
I do have video of the beaver at the pond, and he's swimming. So I forgot. I got to upload that. Beaver poop in your drink. Yeah, exactly. You got to make sure that you clean those. Yes, beaver fever. It is I guess, a bacteria or something that comes from beavers that can infect waterways. Kind of like Giardia.
Good to know.
Now you know. Now you know. And beaver is the national animal of Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So fierce.
So fierce, yes.
Although it's funny, I'm like, well, my aunts, they were in Corvallis, so we were always, team beaver in Oregon beavers, right? Mm-hmm. And then I come to Canada, and it's the beaver again. It's on the nickel.
Yep.
So there are lots of jokes about.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Although if there's alcohol in it, it'll kill it, but you gotta have some Everclear in there to make sure you get that straight across.
You get fake vanilla from beavers.
Yes, the beaver butt.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And raspberry and some other flavors too.
Who discovered that?
I know. They were saying that their hind end, like when you're cleaning the beaver pellet, smells like a bakery. And so it must be like after they take the pelt that they would do that.
So someone was like, I wonder if it tastes like it smells.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh my God. The first person was like,
can you imagine back then?
We're gonna make a fortune.
Back then, and they did. And back then, vanilla was so hard to get. It's still hard to get. Still hard to get.
Yeah, I mean, the price is starting to come back down. It's not hard to get if you're over on Jesse and Lisa's channel.
Yeah.
And you just gotta win it.
Yep, just gotta win it.
yeah, I couldn't believe the prices down there because the prices here they've come back down to fairly normal now, but man.
Oh, the prices are really bad here in Tennessee. Bad, bad. Yeah, yep.
Oh, I'm gonna leave that alone. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Yep.
Not all beavers smell like vanilla.
Good to know.
Okay, we need a new topic.
New topic. Just thought I'd share it to the yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness. What was I watching yesterday? I always get stuck watching these like weird food shows, and I'm like, why am I watching this? This makes me grossed out. Oh, they were stuffing a lung. It was a beef lung.
Mm.
They had like a beef lung, and then they were stuffing it. So they put some carrots down it, and then they put some, I can't remember what all they
There's
put.
some other cultures, yeah, that do that.
Yeah, and then they poured in oil and then hot chili, and then they tied it
Mhm.
up, and then they were they soaked it in milk,
Mm-hmm.
and then they stuffed it, and then and I think it might have been a bit of a porridgey kind of mixture. So I'm thinking
Mm-hmm.
maybe along the lines of oh, the
Kind of
Scottish,
like
I can't think
the
of
haggis.
haggis, yeah.
Yeah,
And then they
but
steamed
the
it and
haggis
boiled
is
it.
like the blood thing. But yeah, it's along the same
Yeah,
kind of line.
yeah. And then they boiled it for like a couple of hours. I didn't stay
Mm-hmm.
to watch to see how they served it,
Yeah.
but I was just like, yeah, that's. And in some cultures, like it's so natural. It's so normal to
Yeah.
be eating, chicken feet and all these other things. And then
Mm-hmm.
we're like, ew, that's weird. Ew, that's weird.
Yeah. Well, down
Yeah,
here, I
I
mean,
just
it's
stick
a
with the sheep
you,
lining, the
you
sheep
find
intestines. Yeah.
huge tongues in the store, like
Oh
beef
yeah.
tongues, and chicken feet, and yeah.
I thought it was intestines, but it could be lungs. I've never actually had haggis. I hear it's not so great.
I
I'm
thought
not
I,
dying
I
for
thought
that.
haggis was the stomach.
I thought it was the stomach, but you know what? They could probably use whatever.
Yeah.
Anything that would hold it, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Chicken feet broth it's very good. And chicken feet are good. I know. I've never I don't know. I don't even like the calamari, the squiddy part. Like I only like the circles for calamari, right? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm so sorry, Lydia. Go grab a glass of milk and a piece of bread.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Okay. My daughter has lots of questions about your video yesterday. I forgot to comment on it, but I don't know. Like, they went to this burger place,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what was on the fries, what was in that burger. Because I watched it with the closed captioning on because I was on the phone with my mom at the time, and my
Yeah.
daughter saw the thumbnail and was like, "Oh, we are so watching this." So I need to go back and actually watch it and listen to it because I was trying to read it and see. But it was so funny because the closed captioning. One point we were talking about dragons,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm assuming it was a typo
Mm.
because I don't know why you would be talking about dragons with the burger, but I don't know. Maybe it's called a dragon burger or something. But it was all of a sudden it was saying like dragons. My daughter and I are like, "What the heck is she talking about?"
I gotta go in about 8 minutes, so
Oh,
just to
okay, no worries, no
give
worries.
you one.
Yeah, if do you have anything else you want to talk about or anything new for the channel or?
No, we're just trying to, as soon
And
as
your lives are Wednesdays
my lives are Wednesday nights at 11 Eastern. Um,
p.m.
but yeah, we're just on hold. So we're just doing a lot of
I'm in
baking and a
bed.
lot of gardening. So um, I love baking. I love making bread and bagels, and I have a new recipe for a really good cake from my mother-in-law coming out.
Ooh, nice.
It's a banana cake with like a buttercream frosting. So yeah, if you want to learn how to do that.
Oh, I have a recipe for banana cookies with a buttercream frosting. It is
Nice.
amazing.
Nice.
Yeah,
You
the
should
place.
share that with me.
I should. I'll send it to you. It's from the old Better Homes and Garden
Oh.
little cookbook thing from years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I actually use that. That's the split pea soup recipe I use.
Mm-hmm.
It's just got a lot of just really good kind of basic recipes in there too. So
Yeah.
I do like to bake too, but I try not to.
Right. Right. Yeah. I do all our own bread and all our stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
because
I
we're
don't bake a ton of like bread and stuff. I used to more, and then I'm like, oh, I'm trying to cut back on carbs and whatever.
yeah,
But I do grind my own wheat sometimes.
right.
So I have the
I
grow
have
mill.
I have an issue with salt.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't take in a lot of salt, so I have to stay under the recommended amount, even under the recommended amount, because
Oh,
otherwise I get really bad reactions. My
this
heart.
is Laura from Hedgehog Homestead. Sorry.
Yeah.
Who the heck is that?
Nice to meet you.
This is Miss Lydia from Best At Your Journey.
Nice.
I
Very
think I
nice to
dropped
meet
the
you.
link to your channel. I'll drop it again.
So yeah. So it helps for me to make, like, bagels really have a lot of salt in them. And so I make my
Okay.
own. And so, I can do it.
I was just gonna say, Jesse. Okay, I'm back. I was just gonna say Jesse must be off moonlighting somewhere else again.
Yeah.
I had to drop my own link, Jesse.
I have Nightbot do that.
No, I meant I dropped your link
Oh, yes.
for YouTube. Yeah.
He's probably in five
He's
lives
in
right
5 other lives right now. Yeah.
now.
Is it all salt? Can you have pink sea salt?
Yes, I can.
Himalayan?
Yes, because it's better for you. But I still don't need a lot of that. So
Yeah. Do you use coconut aminos?
no, I don't.
Have you ever tried it?
No.
It's actually really good. So it's made from coconut and it's coconut aminos and it tastes a lot like soy sauce.
Oh,
So
does it?
you can buy it in the health food section. So like let's say soy sauce has like 800 milligrams of sodium.
Mm-hmm.
This would have like 60.
Oh, okay.
So and then yeah, it's a good substitute for soy sauce.
Yeah,
Nicole's right.
because even
He's in
even
there with me. Yeah.
reduced soy sauce I can't eat.
No,
So it's like,
that's like 650.
yeah, it's ridiculous. It's
I
like,
do check the soy sauce because some of them are up to like 1300
mm-hmm.
and then some of them can be down to 600. So do check your soy sauces. But yeah, the coconut aminos, it's in the health food section and then you can get it just plain or they make like teriyaki sauce. They make marinades and stuff with the coconut aminos as well. And I
Oh,
don't know if
okay.
you have it down there because I think it's Canadian, but it's called Dave's. I think it's just
Dave's.
Dave's. And he does a whole line of salt-free or low salt seasoning mixes and marinades and dressings. When my mom was here and she had her stroke, I was like, all right, we're going low sodium. So I had to do
Yeah.
my research here. I think it's Canadian, but they might have it down in the States. But sorry, Jesse's got a link for you. Oh, and it comes with a measuring spoon. Awesome.
Oh, cool.
Perfect. So yeah, check that out if you want to add a little bit more a dash of flavor or you want to have some, Chinese food that you can't probably have or teriyaki sauce.
Yeah, I
So
can't
if you
have
want to make a
Chinese
quick
food at all.
teriyaki sauce, you
Yeah.
just do like basically equal parts of the amino acids, brown sugar, and sesame oil, and a little
Yeah,
ginger.
because I end up in the hospital. So yeah,
Oh, that's terrible.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So check it out. I don't really like the regular Bragg's aminos, but I've had a few of the coconut ones. I had a teriyaki marinade one that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the Dave's guy, like he does salad dressings and marinades and seasoning bottles and jars and stuff. So, and like the powdered stuff, you can probably make, your own blends and
Right.
stuff with your dehydrated veggies when you get to them.
Yep.
Coconut aminos don't taste like soy sauce to me. Well, they do when you make it into a teriyaki sauce.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the brand.
Mm-hmm.
Because I tried a couple different brands and one of them I didn't really like and the other one I liked better. So, But my mom was happy because it was better than nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot. Mrs. Dash has tons of flavors now, and
Oh, right. Yeah.
I found a seasoning that's no salt. That's like a New Orleans kind of seasoning. So I'm
Oh,
finding
nice.
stuff. It's just, yeah, I just can't. It's when we moved here and my mother-in-law started cooking. She likes to use a lot of canned food
Oh, yeah.
to make her food, and
Yeah.
so yeah, sent me to the hospital. So
Oh, no.
can't do that.
Fortunately, like a lot of the brands here now will have like the blue label. And
Uh-huh.
so like beans and vegetables and whatever, and you can buy them either low sodium or salt free. There's quite a few
Hmm.
canned beans and stuff here now that are, and I hate when I accidentally get them and I don't realize that there's no sodium.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this tastes terrible. What's wrong? Oh crap! I use or the low sodium chicken stock. Whoa,
Yeah.
what is that?
I know. The
Oh,
no
Trader
sodium
Joe's.
chicken.
Oh,
Stock.
don't even talk to me about my Trader Joe's. I haven't been to a Trader Joe's in years. We don't have Trader Joe's here in Canada.
Yeah.
And they finally got some in Buffalo, but it was never near where we were at. And my husband's like, I'm not going to drive a half an hour to go to a grocery store. I'm like, but it's Trader Joe's. He doesn't know what he's missing. He'd actually really like Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
love
thank
Trader
you so much
Joe's.
for coming in. It was good to see you
Yeah.
again.
It's good to see you.
And
Yeah.
and you got to meet Lydia, so it's
Yeah,
all good.
which is awesome. I love to meet new people.
And you got to go check out her video where they went to What the Fries. What the Fry? Something like that. What the Fries.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
my God. It was just like, oh, it looked amazing. Because one of my daughter's favorite things, she calls them the yummy potatoes. And why am I orange?
I don't know.
Am I orange on your screen?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to refresh my camera. Looks like I hit the tanning booth. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm still really orange. That's so weird.
That is weird.
Like a Muppet. Now I don't want to remove chair. I can enhance my lighting. Should I take it off? Now I'm just dark.
Okay. Well, I'll see you later. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for
nice
coming.
meeting everybody.
And good luck getting everything situated and sorted in your gardens and all that. And
thank you so much.
It's exciting.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, now I'm really orange. Why am I so orange? Oh my God, I feel like an Oompa Loompa. Okay, I'm gonna have to check my camera settings. Everything's set to automatic. So see, I used to be able to go in webcam properties. Here we go. I can adjust the color now. Here we go. Let's see. Let's adjust the white balance. A little bit better. There we go. Okay, now I have normal skin tone. Yeah, that was weird. It was like instant tan. That was really bizarre. Oh my gosh. Well, that was nice to have Laura. She popped into my pop-up live yesterday, and then she was on for like, I don't know, a minute or two. Like we hardly had a chance to even talk. And then all of a sudden my internet crashed. And then apparently so did hers. So I couldn't even be like, So I said, well, you know what, let's finish this conversation and we'll talk on my live tomorrow night if you want to come on. But then of course, neither one of us had internet for me to get it through. So I was glad that she was able to come in. See, you did the YT. Okay. So you just did the YouTube. So we're back to the emojis. I couldn't see that it was the YouTube symbol. I just see YT because I was over in the StreamYard chat. My color, I'm really red. This is just weird. I don't know. The camera's on the fritz tonight. It did say right before I went live, it let me know that there was an update available. So maybe I really need to do the updates, but we'll do it later. I don't want to stop now. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Yeah, it was nice to talk to her. I haven't talked to Laura in quite a while. We connected back last year when I found out she lived near where I grew up. So it was always kind of a nice connection. So actually, I'm going to just drop the link. I haven't done this in a while. Well, I did it yesterday on the live and then she came up. But prior to that, I haven't done it on my Thursday night lives for a while. If anyone wants to pop on up, if you want to talk about your channel, if you need watch hours, if you're close to a what is it called, milestone, anything like that, if you want to come on up, just make sure that you're decent and you behave yourself. I don't want to have to kick you out. But yeah, anyone who wants to pop on up, you are more than welcome. So yeah, I need some hours, and TT's urban pantry. She's not kidding. Oh my gosh. Urban pantry is right. This lady, oh my, have you seen her pantry? It's insane. And she's canning stuff, she's baking stuff, she's cooking stuff. Like, oh my goodness. Well, that excludes me. Except for Nicole. We can handle your kind of inappropriateness. Not tonight. Not on Beaver Thursday. No, it's not that kind. No. Yeah. Where did TT go? She's around here somewhere. But yeah, she still needs some watch hours. She's hit her 1,000. And I'm sitting, where am I at now? I've been sitting at I'm still there. I'm like at I'm at 1,098. And then it will go up to 99. And then it drops back down to 98. And then it'll go up to 99. And then it drops back down to 98. I'm like, I haven't hit that 1,100 mark yet. Hey, Dorsha, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? We talked about your live a little bit earlier because Miss Shirley apparently went live tonight and I missed it. But I said I saw her on your live. So I'm sure she did a great job. But yeah, I totally missed that. I'll have to go watch that. Look at her go. No, I'm at 197. Seriously, I got unsubbed over there. So yeah, I'm sitting at, what are my hours right now? It's just, it's so frustrating. It just, because I would totally be there if they didn't keep taking them away. I have 3,834.6. And actually like 3 days ago, I was at 38.38. So, and then it dropped down to like 38.22, and then it's just bouncing around there. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Peekaboo. One day I'll have 50 followers, then 75, then again. That's so frustrating, Mike. Mike, Mike, drop your link. Click link. If you haven't checked out Mike's channel, go check out Mike. He's a hoot. Let's text it. Click on the thingy, buddy. Click on the link. You're going to complain about it? You can click on the link. Yeah. How do you check your watch? Oh, you want me to show you? I will show you right now. Okay, so it's kind of confusing because they do two different, let me share my screen. They do two different, like the official watch hours are usually a couple of days behind. So you go into your YouTube studio like this. Here is here's the main screen, right? Why is it taking so long? What is it doing? That's weird. Okay. So, I clicked on the wrong thing. That's why. Okay. So normally when you come on, this is what you see. It's your dashboard. And this works from the app as well. If you use YouTube Studio, you'll be able to see it in analytics. So if you go down here, right here to monetization and click that, it will show you what YouTube is counting. So according to YouTube, here, I got to get this bigger. Make it bigger. Oh, I got to get this off the screen. Here we go. So according to YouTube, I have eligible. Let me see if I can make this larger. Oh my God. What did I just do? Hold on. I made the wrong screen bigger. I made StreamYard really, really big. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. So according to this, I have, I got to get the banner off. Sorry, Hedgehog. Oh my gosh. I'm clicking everything. There we go. Okay. So according to YouTube, now I got to get back to the chat. Why am I in folders? Comments. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry about this. So according to YouTube, I have 1,097 subscribers and I have 3,700 90 public watch hours. So this is behind by a couple of days. It takes a while for it to become official. So normally when I'm checking my stats, I go into analytics. And then right here, you'll click on watch hours, and it's always on your 28 days. So you click on this, and then you click this, make sure this goes to 365. Don't go to lifetime. You click 365, and then click this here, and it will show you. So I'm sitting at 34.6. If you can see that, that's how many watch hours I've actually had. But it will take a while for that to kind of go through the YouTube. It's always a couple of days behind on the monetization thing. So even when you hit 4,000 here, you still kind of got to wait for it over there. So you got to keep, so don't tell anybody until you get the 4 on the other and you get like the confirmation from YouTube, because you want to make sure people are still watching your stuff. I think last time we talked, someone wanted to know how to do the link thing as well. And that is in customization. So that was GT, I think, though. He's not here tonight, but he's just doing it for fun. I was, and then I wasn't. She's gonna go live every Thursday. Oh, okay. So what time? What time is she doing that? She's laughing. Thank you. Yeah, so that's how you check your so yeah, in here under branding, so you go under customization. And you go under branding. Nope. You go under basic info. And this is where you can type in, so what this section here, every time I upload a video from my computer, this automatically all goes right into the description. So it's already all there. I don't have to type that in every time. And then you'll scroll down here and you'll get to, once you hit 100 subscribers, then you can get your custom URL. Okay. And then you go in here and it says learn more. It will show you how to do that. So then you have a URL that looks like this instead of the URL that looks like this. So it's a lot easier. It just looks better. And then it's, oh, you can't even see that. Hold on. Sorry. I'm looking at the other screen. Let's see if we can get this bigger. Right. So yeah. So instead of your URL looking like this, when someone shares your link, it's going to look like this. Right. So some people have done it. Some people have not. But people were asking last week on the live how to do that. So I will just show you really quick. And then I keep hitting I got to be back on this screen to shrink it back down because that's way too big. And then, yeah, if you want to add your link. So I have my subscribe button here. I have my merch, Redbubble, Amazon, all of these things, these links. They get added to your about page. And then you can also down here, you can links on banner. So you can get your first 5 links on your banner. So what that means, if you haven't done it, what that means is on your banner, on your main page, the computers are really running slow tonight. It's going to come up right here. So your first 5 will come up here. So people can click all of these. So this is just to subscribe. Then I have my Spreadshirt merch shop, my Redbubble merch shop, my Amazon link, and then my Facebook. And I mean, I don't know why you need to subscribe there. I should probably put my Instagram there instead of subscribe because there's lots of other places to subscribe, but that is what they recommend you do. So I put it up there. So now this chat, I can't read the chat now because I made it too small. I keep making it larger and smaller on the wrong one. So does anyone else have any questions about like setting up your channel? Oh, there was one. Oh, who was going live? Oh, Terry on MT Homestead last night was talking about, but that's with your lives. So that was, you go into content, you go into lives, and you can actually like set up your live. But I think it's only like upcoming ones. I don't know if you can go back in. So you would go in here, you have a live coming up, and then you would go on customization. And yeah, I can't make any changes because it's already played. But otherwise, if you go into customization, that's where you can go and change subscribers only mode. and you can put on like the slow chat, so you can slow the chat down a bit. Things like that are all in the customization, but it all has to be done prior to going live, because once it's gone live, you can't go back in and do any of that. So my neighbor's cat is trying to climb my tree to, oh no. Oh my God. Yeah, that would be absolute chaos. They're so loud. Bird, oh my goodness. We get birds that decide to have a fight in the neighbor's tree. And they Stacy wanted to know how to slow chat. So yeah, that's how, did someone say that? Did I miss someone saying that? Or are you asking about somebody else? I'm not sure I can do a live. That's for the pros. Thanks for the info. Come on up. I dropped the link. Click on it. You sure? Come next Thursday night. Thursday night, 7:30. Think about it. Prepare. You want to come? Come on up. Be a guest. And you don't have to stay long. You can come on for 5 minutes. Talk about your channel. Talk about whatever you want. Talk about, beaver butts, whatever. And then no, for somebody else. Okay, yeah, I'll show you how to do that really quick. I think you would have to set up a live. So here, let's try that. Oh, no, let's try that. I'm gonna see if I can figure this out again. Okay, so here we are on here. We would create a live. I don't know if it'll let me do it to go live. See, the thing with that is I would have to like set one up in StreamYard and then I'd have to delete it. So maybe I will do a quick video of it next time I actually do a live. I set up my live just to show people how to go through it. Exactly. Come on up. Come on up. So basically you would just do what I showed you there is you would go into the content, you would click on that live, and then like this, you would edit, and then you would go into customization, and then it would show you, it would be down here, and it literally, you could just click on slow mode, and then you can choose how long, 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 2 minutes, whatever. That's how you do that, right? But we have a guest. We have a guest. I'm gonna pop her up. Mike's an enabler. We're all enablers. Haha. So yeah, if you want to come up, you're welcome. You can come up tonight. You can wait till next week. But we have a guest, and that would be Miss Dorsha.
Hey,
Hey.
how you doing?
I'm doing good. Hopefully we don't get an echo. If we do, I'll throw my headphones on, but
Okay.
we should be good. I don't know why some nights it does. Some nights it's fine. I can have like 4 or 5 people up here, nothing. And then other nights it's like all of a sudden it's crazy.
So you know why I popped on here, right?
No.
So I could talk to you since I wasn't able to see you in Canada.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. What a night from.
Yes, it's okay.
I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God. And I was so excited. I was getting
I
ready.
was excited too. I was like, we're going to use the prompt and everything.
I know. So I was supposed to meet up with Dorsha when she was in Toronto a couple weeks ago. I was heading down. And then I had a slight personal emergency that I had to deal with. Yeah. But I was like, oh, and I was going to get, because at the Union Station, there's this Scandinavian bakery, which has these like almond tarts that are so amazing. I was like, oh, I'm going to go get his treats, and I'm going to do this and that. And then
we had a whole plan.
I know. I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, I don't know how long they're here for. I know they have other plans, but so what did you think of Toronto?
I liked it. It was really nice. I felt safe. I tell you that much.
Really? Because people from here are like, oh, we're not going to go to Toronto because, oh, Jesse, you're sleeping on the job, buddy. No. Oh, no, they got it. Thank you. Sorry, we got, someone is, yeah, add as moderator. No, how do I can put them in the timeout, but how do I like actually just boot them, block them? I think I have to change. I think I have to do that in, back on the other channel, the other thing. So, I mean, people here are like, oh, I'm not going to go downtown Toronto. It's so dangerous. And I'm like, dude, I used to go Miami. Like, come on.
We live here in Atlanta, so
You live in
no, it was a
Atlanta.
walk.
Yeah,
It was a walk
exactly.
in the park. No, there are areas that I am not going in Atlanta, and especially not at a certain time. But after every meal, we would walk, and I loved walking the city. It was nice. I felt safe.
Yeah. A lot of people out, and I mean the weather, you got good weather.
Yes.
It was beautiful. I know
Yeah.
you were so worried about the rain, and I was like, "Don't worry, when it says rain,
Yeah.
it's not like
I prayed
Oregon
to
where it's always
God. He
rain
took
always."
away the rain.
Yeah, you
But
have to
anyway,
report
I just
them.
wanted to say, hey, I just finished
I'm
work
I
and
felt so
cooking.
bad. I'm like, "She's gonna think I'm such a flake and that or that I'm a hypochondriac," and I'm not either. It was something that was just really weird, and it was just kind of freaked me out, and I was just like, I don't know." My husband was like, "This is weird. This is weird." So, yeah. But I'm okay. I'm
But
okay.
it's all good. So
No one
hopefully,
freak out. Yeah, I will report them
I
when I
hope
look
you
back.
can make it to the next Soil Family Expo.
I would love to. My only problem with that is the time. Like that time of year, I'm like babysitting 50 million seedlings
Wow.
because you guys have all planted, right?
Yeah.
You guys had already planted and everything, but I don't plant until like the mid to end of May.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, my last frost date isn't until then. So I can't plant. That's what I was thinking last time. I was like, oh, I want to come. And then I was like, I would have to like, I don't know, like I don't trust anyone in my household to water them properly. So I will have to see. I was just like, that's a really bad time of year for me. A month soon, well, even sooner would be bad later, but then that would be way too hot.
But we took pictures with you anyway.
Yeah, I
Peekaboo.
know. I had so much fun. Oh my God, watching those videos, I was laughing. I was like, okay, this is cheesy, but it's funny cheesy, right? And oh my God, I was dying. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And then Lydia, and then she was just, I was all over the place. And then when Sherry had me walking, she's like, do, 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 do.
That was crazy.
Flat Brampton. Yes.
Yes, that was nice. Well, anyway, good night. I just wanted to
Good
pop
night.
in
Thank you
and
so much.
say hey.
Say hi to Nick. Say hi to the kids.
I will. All righty.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Flat Brampton had the time of her life. Let me tell you, she had such a great time. But okay, so what I'm going to show you really quick, I'm going to show you how I'm going to try and attempt to block this channel. I'm going to go over here. Good night, Lydia. Oh, are you saying good night to Dorsha? Never mind. Whatever. Good night. Okay, so I think it's down here in settings. So we're going to click all the way at the bottom in settings. And then sorry. Per channel, it's somewhere in here. We'll find it. Yeah, so click channel and advanced settings. Nope. Nope. Permissions? Maybe it's in permissions. Somewhere along here. Nope. Community. Okay. So this is where you add your admins for your channel. And then this is where you hide users. And then this is where you add blocked. So you can block links. So this way no one else except for your mods can drop links in your chats. So you click this here. Oh, it's not big enough. Hold on. Okay. So these are things I have blocked. And apparently I'm going to have to add more words to it. And these are just words that these are just words that people have used as their account names before. So I'm going to just now add this person here to I think I saved it. It's too big. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. So now they are blocked. Yes. Oh my gosh. Did you see all the other ones? You know, like a ton of different ones that popped up. Or not. Nope. Yep. We're blocking all of them. Yeah. And then maybe I'll just type in adult here. Yeah. I see someone hanging out down below. Hold on. All right. So this is how you can block certain words from your chats, and it will also block them from comments. So anyone that has some of these words down here in your comments or links, that will go to the section where you have to approve it. So when you have your comment approvals, Bessie's like dancing. Okay, so I'm going to save that. Oh, Oh my God. Now it's really shrinking. So you save that. And then you're going to go, like when you go to your comments to see who people have commented, here are held for review. So in this section here will be anyone that's used kind of inappropriate words or YouTube thinks might be questionable. And then that's what those comments are. And then you can either delete them, block them, report them, or if it's not offensive, you can comment on it and it'll come over. All right. So Mr. Lazy Days, you ready? Put your glasses back on. Put your shirt back on. No. What are you wearing tonight? Who are you wearing tonight?
Rambler.
Rambler.
I've had it on all day.
Very
Hey,
nice.
When you get that porn or whatever it comes up,
Yeah.
don't delete it because then YouTube doesn't know who it is. So you have to report it first, then you delete it. Always report it first, then delete it.
Yeah, I didn't see how to do either one.
Well, so when it comes up in the chat, and remember, you said, Jesse.
Yeah.
Well, there's like a 7 or 10 second delay before I even see it. You see
Right.
it in the chat
Right.
before.
Right. I was like, oh, I was spamming in. I was like, Jesse, wake up.
Yeah, but I can't do nothing to it because I haven't seen it yet.
Because you hadn't seen it yet. Okay.
So,
Yeah, no.
So yeah, when it comes up in the chat,
There
you
we
have the
go.
three dots.
Finally.
You hit the three dots, and you hit report, and then
Yeah.
that'll remove it from the chat as well.
Right. I forgot you can't do that in StreamYard. That's why I was trying to click on it, right? In StreamYard, you can't do anything.
I know she sees something, but I don't see it yet.
You're like, what's going on?
She's freaking out on me over here. So
You're gonna have to call it booze. Sorry, Mike. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it becomes an issue. I mean, I don't know if anyone has ever typed in the word adult into my chat anyways. Most of the time it's only for those kind of people. So we'll see if we can get that going on. Right. Hey, the chicken. Welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, poor Jesse's been work to the bone today.
Yeah, it's been a busy day today. But hey, so tell me about this front yard garden you have. What's up with that, girl?
Oh gosh, many things.
Last year was just such a beautiful, beautiful yard. Now this year you just let it go to waste. What's up? I mean, dereliction of duty or what?
I'm blaming the salt. I'm blaming the salt from the sidewalks.
Oh no! Maybe it's the salt around the rim of the margarita glass.
Oh,
That's what's the salt.
Oh my God. So a couple weeks ago, my daughter wanted a margarita. There was a margarita mix at the store. She's like, ooh, let's try this. I was like, all right. So we tried it. So I rimmed them. And then she's like, she takes. I said, well, you're not supposed to just lick the salt. You got to drink. She had hers was not adult. Hers was a mocktail. But yeah, she was just like, oh, why would you want salt on it with it? She was not a huge fan of rimming it with, oh my God. And then rimming it. So then I poured the salt in the plate. And she's like, what are you doing? I said, well, you got to dip it into rim it. And she looked at me and she goes, well, how? She's like, do you have to lick it first? Like how? I was like, no, you use the lime.
Yeah.
I was like, were you born in a barn? And then all of a sudden she started laughing. She's like, oh yeah, I've seen them like in Cuba. She's seen them do it. She just had a total brain fart. And I was like, please do not make me a drink. Like
the salt's got to stick to something.
Yeah. Do not let Sydney make you a drink. Kareen, welcome in. How are you guys doing? They're probably hot down in Jamaica too.
Yeah. Hey, so on these crab apples, you're gonna make you some crab apple jelly?
I am. I made some 2 years ago. So they're like little miniature apples, but they're very, very sour, very tart, kind of like cranberry.
So it sounds like something you would cook, maybe like for apple pies.
They're super tiny.
They're super tiny.
So to cut them up and to core them and all of that, to make anything besides jelly is just a pain in the butt. Even now, like I'm cutting into them just to make sure that they're not, because they are starting to get, I noticed there's like some worm damage and stuff like that. So, does she have low blood pressure? Because my husband has low blood pressure and the doctor's always like telling him, eat more salt. Makes me mad. They're always hot. I love salt. Yeah. Okay. I'm not that obsessed with it. I like the spicy salt. That is
Yeah.
really good. So yeah, crab apples, there's different varieties of them. So she has like the medium size, but they're very, very sour and tart. But they have a lot of natural pectins. So you basically just boil them
Can you
and then
get enough
strain
to
them.
make at least 2 pounds worth?
I didn't get a ton tonight because, like I said, the other old ladies were over there ahead of me. But I'm finding that the main ones we picked, the redder ones, had a lot more damage in them.
Now you said the other old ladies. That means are you saying you're an old lady? You said the other old ladies.
The other comma, the other harvesters, comma.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
I mean, yeah, I'm no spring chick, but these ladies are old.
Okay.
These
And
ladies are super
they
old.
were there
Yeah.
waiting. They were there waiting to harvest, right?
Yes, exactly. They're waiting. And it's funny because I was excited. So 2 years ago, I tried it, and my neighbor next door was actually the one who it was her idea, and she wanted to try it and make like a chutney with it. But when she started cutting and realizing you have to like cut and core like you would a normal apple, but they're this big, she was like, forget it. So that's when I decided to try and make jelly. So basically, you just boil it.
Yeah.
So you just clean it up and cut off any bad parts. And then you can just kind of throw everything into the pot, boil it, and strain it out. So it's pretty much for these tiny ones, all that I would never really do much more than that with it.
Well, they're about the size of a cherry or a little bit bigger.
Yeah, they're about the size of a cherry or a little bit bigger. I
Yeah,
took a picture. Oh, I took a picture of it on the branch. It's hard to let me see if I can find it. I don't know if it'll have uploaded onto here yet. They're beautiful. They're all different colors of pink and purple. They're absolutely beautiful fruit. But the darker red ones were a little.
Yeah, we have a school right behind our house, and they have loquat trees, so we go and pick them in the fall, or not in the fall, early spring, and
Okay.
and we go pick the loquat off the trees because nobody's picking them, and they fall to the ground and they rot.
And they just make a mess. Yeah, you might as well.
So we pick them up and we make jelly out of them.
I like to dip mangoes in a bit of salt. I've never tried that. I've tried the mangoes with the tahini. That's pretty good.
Yes, that's what we use. We use the tahini, but I tell you what, I love salt on my watermelon.
I like a little salt on my watermelon. Not gonna lie.
I love
Yeah,
that.
it's just really makes the flavor pop for sure.
Pops that sweetness out.
Okay, so I'll post it on Instagram tomorrow. A couple pictures of them.
Yeah.
Because I took a picture on the branch. I was like, oh my gosh, this is just so pretty. Like I have to take a picture. And my neighbor were out there. But then she harvested some of the larger ones, which look so more like the size of maybe a nectarine or a bit bigger. Like
Yeah. Smaller than a peach.
and yeah, still really tart, but she's going to try and make
Yeah.
like a choca or a pickle or something out of it, right?
Yeah.
Salt on watermelon is good. Salt on watermelon, the sacrilege. Is that how you spell it?
Oh,
Close enough. Have you? Okay, well, don't knock it till you try it, Miss Corrine. Because if you're dipping your mangoes in salt,
yeah,
and then you have a problem with people dipping their watermelon in salt, that seems tiny bit hypocritical. Just saying.
Yeah. Just saying.
Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, it's I can't eat well. I can, but I mean, I'd rather have a sprinkle of salt on my watermelon. But
I mean, sometimes it doesn't need it, but then sometimes
sometimes, yeah.
Have you tried tahini on the watermelon? Because I've heard of that too.
Yeah, but it's a different kind of. That's more.
I didn't like it.
Mangoes and the cantaloupe and even pineapple.
I haven't tried that.
It's good. Yeah.
Because there was a drink, and you were supposed to. It's the
like a beer drink or
no, it's like a mango. It's like a liqueur. It's like a mango smoothie, and then but it's got like the it's got the tahini on the rim.
Yeah, it probably has the chamoy. It has the
chamoy. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called though. The mango something or other.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but
Yeah.
they sell those at that produce market that I was.
Oh, I bet. Okay, go have one for me and tell me if it's any good.
Yeah, they have those. But yeah, so we got this. Well, I better not say. We got this
Oh, no.
other seasoning that we use on our fruits. That's made by a local or Texas company.
Oh, okay. And you can't say on the air?
I can show you.
Oh, you can't
I can-
pronounce it? What? Sorry.
Lisa, could you bring me?
Because I bought also so like Valentina, they make like the hot sauce too. They have a version of tahini as well that I bought because it was cheaper. So tahini is no, you didn't spell it right. This is how it's spelled. It's like a mixture of like Mexican flavored seasonings, and it's got like dried lime in it, dehydrated lime or whatever.
Okay, this is what we use on our even on our corn, like corn on the cob.
Yeah, yeah.
Use it on fruits, vegetables, and it's called.
Oh, I see.
And it's made by.
Big Cock Ranch. Got it. Okay.
It's an actual business here in Texas, and then
Awesome.
this is what we use on bacon and beef.
Oh, your eggs, everyone.
And eggs.
Nice. Okay.
They have
like
and they have
yeah, they got a ton more, and I got a few others special. They got good. They got no
bad,
with bad,
special,
and the last word.
Yep. Got it. Okay. Well, now I understand. It makes more sense. And yeah.
This is the best stuff on especially on corn on the cob, buttered corn on the cob.
I always do tahini on mine, but
this beats tahini, but like
oh my goodness. Oh no. Now she's gonna have to check it out.
Yep, check it out, Nicole. They're here in Texas.
I want to buy that. I live in Ontario, Canada. I do too. Welcome in, Jay Steves. We need that here in Canada.
Canada. Canada. Yep. And it's I don't have my light on.
I had to moderate Kareen's comment.
It's
she got
gluten free, by the way.
Okay.
And this jar right here, this bottle right here costs $11.95.
Yowza.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
But yeah.
It's a pretty decent size though.
Yeah.
My husband went to so there's a place here called Princess Auto. It's like Harbor Freight. And they have like the whole hunting and like sausage making section. Oh.
There's the address if y'all want to write it down. www.specialbleep.com.
There you go, Nicole.
It's in Lexington, Texas.
Lexington, Texas. Awesome.
Yeah. And that's as in rooster.
Yes. Yes, okay. Of course. I know we used to call the sweet chili sauce that because it was Cock brand, right? So it's like it's the Cock sauce. So it's lovely. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, special stuff.
Always read silently before you show my comment. Yep, better to be safe than sorry. Yeah. See, I couldn't even spell it right. Yeah, sorry. Well, if you haven't had it, yeah, no, you wouldn't know because it's like the silent, the JH. So I have a friend and his name is Jose, and they're like, "Well, shouldn't it be Jose?" And he's like, "No, it's Jose." So it's however you pronounce it.
Well, it's either Jose or Jose B, one of them.
Okay, I'll have to say that's the first time I've heard that one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I haven't heard that one before. Oh, that's good. She's freaking out. Kareen, it's probably too spicy for you. Oh gosh, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something.
They're not that spicy.
No,
they're not that spicy. They have good flavor, but they're not spicy. And if you're thinking like paprika or even curry or anything, no, they're not that hot. But they got a good flavor. And we're like on our third or fourth set already. Cause we buy them at the place in Alvin, and he's got a booth there, so he sells all his. He's got like 8 or 9 different flavors. Yep.
She lives in Scotch bonnet country. I know, but you said you can't take the heat so much anymore, no? Yes, same. I like spicy food, but I like to still be able to taste it and not get the hiccups and feel like I'm dying the next morning. So I don't try to eat as hot as I used to, I'll be honest.
Or look like you got a sunburn after eating it, right? Because you're all hot and sweaty from the heat.
Well, it's better than being a ghost.
Like you are now?
What's going on?
You need a little bit more pepper in your life.
Is this better than orange?
Oh, no, leave it there. Leave it there. The orange is better.
I don't know what's going on.
We can see you.
It's like just freaking out. I don't understand.
Maybe you get to get some accent lights like I have right here. See, I have these lights right here that change. You can put whatever.
I do. I have a ring light. I have a ring light on.
These change colors, you know.
Yeah, I have a ring light. I can change.
Green,
I go
blue.
warm. I can go cool. I have 3 different settings, and then I can go super bright. But if I go super bright, then I can't see the screen.
Yeah, you have to angle them just right. I mean, you can see them in my glasses, but you have to angle them just right to where they're not bothering you.
Yeah, and then this normally it's fine. And
You know,
then
you look fine right there.
yeah,
You look fine. You're not real orange. You're not real white. Like in ghostly white.
and ghostly white. I'm still really white.
They didn't say pasty.
I'm working on I'm so pasty. I'm working on the tan. I'm working on it. It's just not it's not
But
happening.
you're the only person I know that can get a tan just by pushing a button.
Well, there's less skin cancer that way.
Yeah. If you seed habanero peppers, it's fruity.
Fruity. Yes, I like habaneros. I'm not growing any this year though. Some days I just want to take yeah. You're all over the place. You're all over the place. Mike retracted. Oh, he's hama. Haha, you thought you deleted it in time, but I can still bring it up on the screen.
Hey, and I don't know if she's talking about milk is too spicy. Maybe she's talking about milk is what she uses to settle the heat. But you know what? They say milk is not the thing to drink, not the thing to take whenever you have too much spice. To cool your tongue down, the best thing is sugar. A spoonful of sugar.
Ooh.
And that settles the heat as opposed to milk.
What about chocolate milk?
It's milk. It's still dairy. I mean, it's the sugar.
Yeah, but have sugar.
The sugar is what knocks it out.
You would have sugar in the chocolate. I don't know if I could just do oh God, sweetie. No.
No, we don't want to imagine that.
I don't think the internet can handle Korean drinking.
You're already off the charts sober.
I was going to say, speaking of drinking, I don't think we've heard from Nicole in a while.
Yeah,
She's getting quiet.
She's probably over there still trying to salt her rim.
That sounds really
okay. I'm talking about if you weren't here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
glass.
She's over there licking it, trying to.
How come the salt won't stick?
Peanut butter. That's interesting.
Poor Nicole.
She heard that on a podcast. But if I'm eating something spicy and then I eat peanut butter, am I going to keep wanting to eat this? I don't know.
Yeah.
Does spicy go with it?
Yeah. So let's say you ate a salad and it had a habanero in there and you weren't ready for it and you ate that thing and you needed, you're sweating. Just get you a lump of sugar from a spoonful of sugar and stick it in your mouth. Why
didn't you tell them that when they were doing the spicy jelly beans?
Well, they didn't ask for one.
They didn't ask, yeah. Oh no, we're gonna make the bot come back.
Oh, okay, Mike.
Is that how it works?
I'm feeling the love.
Is that how it works? Did they know we were talking about the other stuff earlier?
Mm-hmm.
What? No. No.
I like the burn on my tongue. It's the pie.
Yeah.
Oh,
The going in, it's the coming out that's not so great.
yeah. Sometimes it's not the next morning. Sometimes it's just a couple hours later.
It depends on what else you had with it.
Yeah.
And where you got your food. Those chicken gizzards at the gas station might not have been the best idea.
Yeah.
That's actually where we used to get them. So I don't know, around here, like the gas stations, like you'll have like a 7-Eleven, but the gas stations here are just, you go in and they don't have much. But back home, you'd have like these little one-off gas stations out in the middle of nowhere, and they had a fryer, like,
Yeah.
oh my God. They used to have, there's a small little town in Oregon, and they would have these deep fried barbecue beef burritos. Oh my God. They were so good. And another one we always used to get, and they had deep fried chicken gizzards with ranch dressing. And we would stop in there and get a snack.
Yeah. Our 7-Elevens have a taco stand right built into them.
Oh, wow. But
Yeah.
this wasn't like a 7-Eleven. This was just like a small little one-off gas station.
No, this is an actual company. The 7-Eleven and the taco
Yeah.
company they sell all kind of
Oh,
Mexican
wow.
tacos. Oh yeah, they're excellent.
Never get gas station sushi. It depends on where you're at. Or so I've heard. Hart's Chicken has good gizzards. I don't really like chicken gizzards anymore, though. They're kind of, the texture. Last time I had them, I was like, nope. Nope. I need them. Yeah, I don't know.
No pun, no offense, but I'm a white meat only. That's it.
Oh yeah.
I don't like dark meat. I mean, I'll eat it, but it's not my favorite.
I like it for different things. If I'm stewing, things like that, I like the darker meat because it holds up to the longer cooking.
No, when we're eating fried chicken, I want breast or a wing.
Fried chicken. Yes.
We're eating wings. Now I'll eat the drumettes and the wings. No, if we're just eating fried chicken, I'd much rather be eating the breast than anything else.
For me, it depends on how good the breading is, because with the dark meat, you get more breading to meat ratio.
Yeah, I mean, well, like Lisa likes the extra crispy, and I like the original, like KFC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge KFC person.
If you had the choice, I'd rather have the softer breading than the crispy.
I don't know if I've ever had the extra crispy. Nicole likes thighs. We know. I think we could have all guessed that.
Yeah. I'm
telling your husband.
I like them too, Nicole.
We're telling Mr. Smith. Yeah, I used to only be like white meat breasts, but now I don't know. I've matured. No. I like them.
Do they even have KFC up in Canada?
Yeah, we do. I'm just not a huge fan.
Yeah, but they do. So what's y'all's, if you will, best chicken place up there? Don't tell me
it depends on who you ask. I prefer Popeyes. But we have there's like Church's Chicken, and there's Mary Brown's is a fried chicken place out of Newfoundland. They make a pretty good fried chicken sandwich.
I like Popeyes, but the problem with Popeyes for me is everything tastes the same. It has like it seems like it all has the same spice. You know, the chicken tastes like they all taste, the fries, they all taste the same to me now.
Oh, have you had their Cajun poutine?
Poutine? I know. We don't get
poutine. Oh, you probably don't have it there, but they put like the gravy on the fries.
Yes,
put the Cajun gravy on the fries.
I want to try it, but I've never. We don't get it down here.
No. Oh no.
No.
Oh, thank you, Crane. Yeah, I don't know if we should allow Nicole and Crane together. They're sitting too close together. We have to separate them. There you go. That works really good. Well, and I think for me, because my dad always liked the dark meat, so we were always like he always pushed the white meat on us too, growing up as a kid. But yeah, like on a rotisserie chicken or something, I definitely always am like, I'll take the breast. I don't know, I like it. I like it too, like if I'm dicing it up and I'm using it in recipes.
Yeah.
I like butter chicken or stir fry or something. I do like it. But if I'm doing like stewed chicken or I'm making stew or I do have a few recipes where you cook them nice and low and slow and marinate them for a while. And then for that, I do like the boneless, skinless thighs better because they don't get as dried out. My daughter actually prefers the dark meat because she doesn't like anything too dry. It's too dry. She likes her meat juicy. She hates fat on steak. I ate hers that she cuts off. Oh no.
So that's what dipping sauce is for.
That's why I say she's like, it's still dry. Well, and she used to not like gravy. So that was the problem.
Oh.
She used to hate gravy. So, we'd go for Thanksgiving or something and, turkey needs gravy and she wouldn't eat the gravy. So then she's over there like soaking her turkey in cranberry sauce.
Oh. Yeah. And you got to have cranberry sauce if you're going to have turkey.
For sure. Oh, yeah. I always hate when I forget it and I'm sitting at the table and it's like, what did I forget? I didn't make the cranberry sauce.
Now, do you get the regular cranberry sauce or do you get that jellied stuff, the one that you just slice it?
I like the canned stuff too, but I usually make my own.
Yeah.
It's super quick and easy to make it, right? So
yeah.
I like a little bit of fat, but it has to be like I don't want a big chunk of it. So I make sure I slice my meat to where you get just a little bit with the bites. Yeah, that's really good that you guys got that all figured out. Okay, I'm on the way to the other side of the classroom now. Hope that makes a difference. Find a call, see at recess. I don't know if it's going to make any difference. Nicole's scooching her desk. I see it.
Nicole, one of y'all's
either.
going to get in trouble.
You make fresh. Oh no. I like both. Like I've never met a cranberry sauce I didn't like.
Have you ever?
I don't like it when they get too fancy.
But have you ever mixed them? You do the sliced the jelly and mix it with the kind that's that has the berries in it.
Oh, you mean like the chunky and the smooth?
Yeah, the chunky. Mix it together.
No, I've never done that.
It tastes really good.
Oh, so it's a little less chunky.
Correct.
Chunky-ish.
Chunky-ish, but then you get the flavor of the canned one,
Yeah. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Welcome in. Yeah, I don't mind the canned. Like if it's better than nothing, right?
Yes.
For sure. But I usually just make it from scratch and I just do it with water, sugar, a splash of orange juice usually or something. But yeah, I don't like it when it gets too fancy and people put all these other spices in it.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of cinnamon and cloves and cardamom. I don't know. It's like now
pecans.
Detention. I think they're planning something. I don't trust them, Jesse.
Yeah, next week you're gonna have to have some dunce caps ready. Ready
to go. Or you're gonna have to sit with your gum on your nose.
They're gonna need to give us another dot down here. One says timeout, one says dunce cap corner.
We should be able to put like a little something on the.
Yeah, she's in timeout. No, she's not in timeout, but she's a dunced.
Oh no, she's. Oh, it was funny. A few years ago in school, my daughter went on a class trip to the old schoolhouse in Mississauga. And so I just thought it was going to be a tour. And so she asked for, parents if anyone wanted to go. So I went as a chaperone or whatever. And it was like an experience. So the kids came in and the teachers, like, you sit down. And they were treated exactly like they would. Well, probably not exactly, but she pretended like they were treated exactly like they would have been at the time. They had to stand, they had to sit, they had to do this, they had to do that. They had to say, yes, ma'am. They had to, it was super strict, super stern. And then she had them come up and show them the different disciplines. So one of the kids got picked she came up with this fake crime that they had done. And They got in trouble for it and they had to go stand in the corner with the dunce cap. And then there was another one was a peg. So it was like a pegboard and they had stuck the peg through the hair and you had to stand there and make sure that the peg didn't fall out. And then another one, the kid had to stand up on this like a tree stump. It was like a stump thing. And he had to stand there and hold two things in their hands. And so the kid just thought it was the greatest thing ever. Like they were loving it. And then they got to, she passed out like slate and chalk. And she taught them a few, they had to practice a letter in cursive, which they were really excited about because they hadn't learned cursive yet. And they were just, it was so cute. They were loving it. They're like, yes, ma'am. There was no talking, no whispering. The teacher's in the back going, what? And then the teacher, so the funny thing, so the teacher is sitting in the back. And so the teacher goes and gets her and me, and she brings out a little tray with a teapot and some cookies, and we got to sit at the back and have our tea and all of this, and the kids are looking at us going, and she's like, oh no, those are the adults, those are the teachers, they get to have that. And the kids had to sit and do these chores, and then they went outside and played, and then they came back in. Yeah, she did that too. Yeah.
And these are 8th graders, 7th graders?
No, this was back, they were probably in like grade 3 or
okay.
4.
So about 8 or 9-year-old.
Yes, and I bet it was the same place. It was in Mississauga. Old schoolhouse. It was in the 70s. That was an experience. And it was an actual schoolhouse and still there. And it was a functioning one. And then they've turned it into this. And then when you go, you sign your name. And so then sometimes they'll say parents will come in with their class and they'll go back through the books and find their name for when they signed for when they had done the experience. But yeah, it's in Mississauga. It's right. Highway 10, Huron, Ontario, and like Courtney Park area. If it was the same one, I mean, they might have done a similar thing somewhere else. But yeah, like it was a whole class that day. I thought we were just going to go and tour the schoolhouse, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's an all day thing." I was like, "How long is it going to take you to tour the schoolhouse?" Right? But yeah, it was amazing. It was. So I've heard the neighbor up the street has told quite some stories. Yeah. But she was just like, how, like these kids, like they were just, but then like by the afternoon they were, and so it was cute that she had them put their heads down and they were doing time traveling. And so the boys had to address the girls all as Miss whatever. And it was really cute. It was the teacher was just blown away. She was just like, oh my God. She's like, if I treated any of the kids like this, I would be fired so fast. I was like, wouldn't this be nice if you could actually, just command this kind of respect? I mean, they were all just like, oh, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Absolutely. Nope. Yep. They just thought it was the greatest thing ever. So, but yeah, it was fun. See, I'm seeing the comment. I'm seeing Teresa's comment come up over there. And now it's this was a 1920s school experience. Okay. I wonder if it was the same place or a different one. They also have a really cool pioneer village called Black Creek Pioneer Village, which is in Toronto, in the northern part of the city. And you can go through, and they've pulled like historical homes and buildings from other areas and put them all together to make this kind of little village area you can tour through and stuff. And it's really fun. It's a nice little place to go. And so it was in Toronto. Okay. Yeah, it seems like it's the same kind of an idea. But yeah, the kids loved it. They had the best time. And they were supposed to dress up too. They're like, dress up, in something kind of, so my daughter borrowed like an old skirt we had. Yeah. I had a teacher in high school.
Little house on a prairie.
Yeah. It was like Little House on a Prairie, which honestly, and I know Nicole and everyone's going to be mad at me, but I hated that show. It was so depressing. Everything was brown. It was just, I don't know. I think part of it is my dad loved Westerns. So I grew up watching Westerns, and to me, Westerns are depressing because everything's brown. And the only women in a Western are either totally whiny brats or in the whorehouse. Like those are the only two women that are represented in
What kind of Westerns are you watching, Rochelle?
That's how they all were, unless Maureen O'Hara was in them. Then whatever. But
Yeah, John Wayne movies were good. Clint Eastwood movies were good.
Rio Bravo is the only Western I like. And that's a great movie.
Yep.
I love Rio Bravo. But other than that, no.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find them depressing. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
Everyone, like
any-
every time it's like, oh no, so and so has a hangnail. Oh, they're gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah, but did you
People
like
died
any
in all of
series
those.
like Bonanza or
Yeah.
Matt Dillon, Gunsmoke? You know, I mean, those
Yeah.
series were what I used to like to watch all those.
Oh yeah. They'll come on the TV now, and was it Daniel Boone? And
Yeah, he was a big man.
yes, he was a very big man. Hey, Chuck. Belinda's watching it right now. I'm sorry. I know people. I'm not. I don't know. I was more into like Wonder Woman.
What? No, we grew up watching those westerns. My mom and dad loved them, or my dad did.
Same here, and I think that's what turned me against him.
No, I still watch them.
They do too. They love Gunsmoke and Bonanza,
Yeah.
and no, I'd rather watch.
The Rifleman.
Oh gosh, yeah, that one. There was another one. I can't think of what it was. I didn't mind, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of.
Will Travel.
I prefer mysteries. Wonder Woman was the best. I love that show. That was my favorite when I was little.
Which one?
Wonder Woman, the series.
Oh, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was great.
What was that girl's name?
Linda Carter.
Linda Carter. Okay, yeah.
I was a fan. I had Wonder Woman underoos and red rubber boots.
You had the belt and the headband.
Yeah, and I had I made my own lasso out of a rope.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
And it's funny. So I was 6 years younger than my sister. I loved Wonder Woman, and my sister loved Mr. Rogers. That like explains the two of us.
That's I was gonna say that's salt and pepper there.
And I hated Mr. Rogers. Oh no, our friend is back.
But does Randy know this? Does he know this? Did you have a lasso? Yeah. Well, I won't tell him. I'll just ask him if he knows.
He'll find out.
Oh no. Here we go again.
Yeah, I've reported them. So hopefully they get removed.
Did you set your live to?
I didn't today because I was having a guest on.
Well, it's okay. You can still set it up.
To subscribers only.
Subscribers only.
Well, I just thought if someone came over that was a guest from her channel and wanted to chat or something, I didn't want them to be like, but well, I guess I should. At least 5 minutes is probably, it's not too long for someone.
5 or 10 minutes at least, yeah.
Yeah. And then wait, you can't do that from your phone. I couldn't figure out how to do it from the app.
Yeah, on the YouTube studio. Yeah, I don't know if you can or not. I think you can from the computer.
Yeah, I would have had to do it on the computer, and I forgot right before. I was trying to do it earlier in the car when I was driving home, but when I set up she had underoos too. Those were the best.
Now you can go in there and set these guys up with the phrase "adult dating site" in your deal. Adult date. If you see those 3 words together.
Okay. Well, I blocked but I guess it was just different enough from the other one that I had blocked.
Yeah, it's just another channel he has, or maybe it's a she. I'm not discriminating. It could be a she doing it.
It could be jerks. And what's the point? Like, how often does someone actually really click on it? Like,
Somebody just loves getting their rocks off doing it, knowing that it irritates people. They just, ooh, I get to irritate somebody. You know,
Well,
some
okay,
kid in the
that I get,
basement
but
somewhere- some kid in the basement somewhere is just laughing right now.
yeah.
You know,
I got this lady all upset.
and
I
they're
swear it's exactly the same as the one I already banned.
you know, you see, Chuck has said his for 1 minute, but it doesn't keep me out. So it don't work.
Try
Chuck.
as he might. Try as he might.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have done that. I thought of it, and then I was like, oh, and then I couldn't get it on the computer, and then I thought, you know what, I should just
Shame. Now you just put the moderators to work. I
well,
see.
yeah,
I see.
I got you for a reason.
Yep.
They like to disrupt.
They do.
I know someone else who likes to disrupt.
Really?
XYZ, what does that even mean? They want me to, I'm gonna have to ban the word love now? No.
Love-chat.
Love dash chat.
Adult dating site. You don't
Yeah,
have to
I
do
put that in, so we'll see. We'll
because
see.
nobody's going to in any of your lives going to be talking about, hey, I had a love chat, or how about some adult dating? You know,
Yeah,
and even if they do, if somebody was to write those exact words, it would prompt a moderator to look at it and see who it is, and then
right.
so even if you did the exact phrases there, they could type it in your chat and we would
You could still type it, and then you would have to just be approved.
check it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm adding that to it now. So, the outlaw. I got distracted. Chuck's over here still naming movies, shows.
Yeah. And I tell you what, I'm a fan of Clint Eastwood. I'm anything Clint Eastwood.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, I liked him in the movie Mule. Have you ever saw that movie when he was the mule? Oh my God, that was funny. And then when he did the other one
The
where
monkey
he had the GTO, what was it
and
called?
the monkey, the two mules for
Gran
Sister
Torino.
Sarah, or-
Gran Torino.
and Gran Torino. That was a great one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Okay, so here's my Gran Torino story. Okay, so I was pregnant and my parents were visiting and they wanted to go to the movies. And so I wanted to go see Marley and Me. I knew nothing about it. And my dad really wanted to see Gran Torino. So we went to see Gran Torino. I sobbed like a baby at the end of Gran Torino because of the dog.
Oh, okay.
Because of the dog. And I'm like, the dog doesn't know what happened. He doesn't know why. So I'm in the bathroom, like literally just tears are pouring. And all these other women come in the bathroom crying because they watched Marley and Me. So they all think I watched Marley and Me. And I was like, and I'm pregnant. They're like, oh, you should not have watched Marley and Me while you're pregnant. I'm like, I did it. I watched Gran Torino. Oh, yeah. It's very emotional. Alcatraz. Oh, that was a good one. Yeah. Aw, that's sweet.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood, and that one was good. Like I said, I like anything Clint Eastwood, especially the spaghetti westerns.
Oh gosh,
those are the best.
That's cheesy. Oh, it is so funny because so my dad would be here. He always wanted to like turn on the Western channel, westerns, and Gizmo, our previous pug, would bark anytime he saw an animal on the screen, especially horses. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's a lot of horses on westerns.
Of course.
And oh my God, he would freak out. I'm just laughing because I'm like, we very rarely watch something with horses on it. And so it's not usually a problem. Oh my God, it would drive my dad nuts. And he would just be barking at that TV. And the reason is it's all Randy's fault. So when Gizmo was little, like winter would come and we're like, he needs more exercise, but he's a pug. And so he would get kind of lazy. And so we would like try to play fetch and try to do these other things. And he wasn't interested. After a couple throws, he'd be like, no, I'm not moving. So Randy would turn on the horse racing. and he would hold him, and the announcer's voice would get him all worked up, and then he'd see the horses running, and it would just get him so worked up that then he would just run around the house, and then we would throw, and he'd play fetch, and he'd get a good 20 minutes of just running and freaking out. So this was his exercise, was to bark at the horses. And we don't watch other sports, we don't watch anything else with horses, so it was never really an issue. But when my dad would come, or when Gizmo would go over to his godparents when we were out of town, they would babysit him. He's obsessed with soccer. He's from Ireland. He's obsessed with soccer. And so that same announcer voice
Oh no.
would get Gizmo going. And it's so funny because he would also like dogs on screen. And at one time I was watching something and it was a cartoon and he's barking. And I'm like, why is he barking? There's no, and then I realized the guy was crawling. And so he saw the animated character, I don't know, it was like Simpsons or something, and he was crawling. So he was on all fours. And
Oh,
so Gizmo picked that up and thought it was a dog
I
or
got
an
you.
animal and was barking at it.
Now, do you see any similarities? Do you see any similarities in personality between Dex and Gizmo?
I mean, there's a lot of like just carryover pug traits.
Yeah.
So far, Dexter's a maniac. I know Gizmo was, he'd attack your hair and he'd do stuff like that. But honestly, I mean, it was 16 years ago. It's hard to remember exactly all of it. But he didn't seem quite as athletic. So I think Dexter is a little bit more athletic. I don't remember Gizmo really escaping from places as much. Whereas Dexter's like
did you have Gizmo from early years like you'd have Dex?
Yeah, we got him at the
Oh,
same. Yeah, we got him in 8 weeks as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Dex is like, he's like a Spitfire. He's just running circles.
Oh my God. Did you see my eyes are, I was laughing so hard. Did you see my video from yesterday, like relaxing on the couch? Oh,
I haven't seen it yet. No.
It's on Facebook.
I don't do Facebook.
Yeah, sorry. But it's like him just like trying to attack my hands because he just wants to, he doesn't bite hard, but he wants to chomp, and grab onto you. And it's just like I'm trying to relax and it's like no, and then I'm like using my feet, I'm like trying to pin him and keep him off of me. And
does he chase his tail in circles? Oh, my dog does that every now and then. He doesn't do it all the time, but
he likes to do it when he's on your lap.
Or does he jump up all of a sudden when he passes gas? Like, where'd that come from?
Where? Yeah. What was that? What was that? And then yeah. But oh no, he chases his tail all the time and he tries to bite it and chew on it. And he also likes to bite and chew on his thigh. It's like a chicken leg. Really? So he's like, but he likes to do it on your lap, which is a little scary because he gets really close to you sometimes. So like he's chasing his tail and trying to bite it, and sometimes he misses and he gets you or something. But yeah, he'll just sit there and he's just like, and he's growling and he's like chewing on his leg. And we're like, dude, that's your leg. Like, what are you doing?
Oh my goodness.
Aren't pugs generally gassy? He's not so much. He's not so much yet. He gets super upset if anyone else does it though.
I guess it all depends on how much fiber she feeds him.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll be changing him over. He'll probably be changing to the adult food when he's done with this bag. So we'll see if that makes a difference or not. But no, he gets really offended if anyone else farts though. Like he gets mad and he will literally bark at you and come running over. He also doesn't like sneezing or coughing.
Really?
So if you sneeze, he will just come right and get in your face. Like, are you okay? What's wrong? Are you okay? So I said, yeah. I said, what do you say? Yeah, like a COVID alert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, can he tell when, like, let's say Randy's mad, he raises his voice. Can he tell when he's mad versus when he's not mad?
I don't know if I've noticed anything like that.
Yeah, because Toby knows when I'm mad, when I'm yelling at my son or something, he knows when I'm mad, he takes off to the room. He don't want to be nowhere near me.
Our neighbor's dog, they have a little Chihuahua, and anytime it was a rescue. And anytime anyone gets a little bit rowdy or even kind of goofing around playing, and he thinks it's a little too rough, he freaks out. He does not like any kind of horseplay, roughhousing, anything like that. Or Ramson. That's a newfie term for roughhousing, is Ramson.
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 R-A-M-P?
Ramson, something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, he's super sensitive to that. Dexter doesn't care. Dexter would be like, I'll join in.
And I'll be acting like I'm fixing to hit Lisa, and he just gets all crazy and starts barking and jumping at me, and he doesn't like me doing that.
Yeah. Well, I would say like 90% of our arguments happen like work related. And so Dexter's not there. Usually by the time we get home, we're okay. But no, even if we're like upset or upset with Sydney or something, he just doesn't. He just doesn't phase him. I mean, I'm pretty loud anyways, so I don't know if he notices the difference. He doesn't seem to care.
So he doesn't know the difference between your inside voice and your outside voice. Because they're the same.
It's all the same. Your cat doesn't like grating garlic. Garlic? That's weird. Dexter hates the salad spinner. I took video. He goes absolutely ballistic. And he will freak out if he sees you lift the lid to the salad spinner. Because he knows where it's going and he hates the sound.
I'm not sure what. So Lisa's got this little, it's like an electronic lighter. Instead of a flame, she has like a little lightning bolt.
Yeah.
When you push that button, it causes that little arc to go across. But it also does a high pitch, we can't hear it. But my dog can hear it because when you push it, he's just like, where's it coming from? Stop it,
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny what gets him off. Any kind of that kind of winding noise, right? So he doesn't like the blender. He doesn't like the immersion blender. He doesn't like the whirring noise, right? And I know I remember Gizmo hated he was super sensitive to things too, like the pull, like on starting a lawnmower or
yeah.
And it was just as you get like halfway through the pool, like it makes a higher pitch than we probably hear. He hated that, and he hated the sound of the spool when you're casting.
Yeah.
So we took him fishing. That was fun. He was fine once the boat was going or if the boat was stopped, but heaven forbid you had to start the motor. And then every time Randy would cast, he would cry and freak out. And I'm sitting there like I'm in a swimsuit because it's hot. So it's like you're just getting scratched everywhere. Yeah. So I was like, okay, you're only allowed to troll.
Oh, no.
There's no casting and there's no stopping and starting the motor. We're just trolling for the next 2 hours.
Do you ever laser dot him?
He went nuts we haven't done that with Dexter. Because we did that with Gizmo, and Gizmo went nuts for it. And then I've read that it can cause kind of issues. I know the issue with Gizmo is he would freak out about lights. So airplanes in the sky, anything like that. So he basically could not be out in the backyard in the evenings because he would see an airplane from like a million miles away and just freak out barking at it. So duty calls. Have a great night. Say hi to Lashana and Marvin. Have a great night. See you Sunday.
Blue self-reliance. How about that? What time is it over there?
Oh, hey, Blue. It's morning, right? Are you up this morning? Are you up yet?
Early morning over there, right?
She's up nice and early. How you doing, Blue? Are you guys getting some relief yet from the heat? She hates the grating sound. Yeah.
Morning, lovelies.
Yeah. Morning, lovelies. Morning. How's she doing? I haven't seen her around here. Hey, Flicker Hill, you're just flying in. How are you? Welcome in.
Yeah, Blue's just got a package from the United States.
Oh, wow. So super early. That's why she's up. She's having some toast right now.
Oh, okay.
She's having some toast and jam, I bet. What are you doing up at 3:18 in the morning, ma'am?
3:18? Holy moly.
Sleep is very important. But don't forget to hit the like button.
And leave a comment and share.
Yeah, leave a comment, share. I never add the share part. I never remember. I don't know. It always just feels I'm barely enough
And it's
remembering to
easier
ask
to say
people to
like,
subscribe.
comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, that's what I say. And share. But I forget that one. I don't know. It just feels it's too many things.
The way I look at it is, if it's something they really like, they'll share it.
They'll share it anyways.
They're
Yeah.
going to share it anyway. Kind of like
But,
you do.
and you'd think they would like it, but they don't because you forget. I forget sometimes. Sometimes
Yeah.
people will say, "Have you liked it?" Oh yeah, I'll go back and like. I forget. Oh, I see. Okay. Did you say how the weather is, or did I miss that one?
Probably wet.
Wet. Oh, it's been so hot there.
Oh,
Not yet. I'm working on it. I still need about 100 and well, after tonight, probably 120 hours, 150
we're
hours.
trying to help you get some more hours. Just
Thank you.
keep going, you know. I'll see if
I
I
know.
can
I
run your
gotta do.
playlist
I
tonight.
gotta do another pop-up live. I was gonna do one earlier in the week, and it just didn't work out. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'll be so excited when I finally cross that 39.
Now, have you done all the paperwork you need to get monetized, or you don't do that until you actually reach the 4,000?
I already have like Google AdSense for my blog,
Mm-hmm.
which I have like $8 sitting in that account. I've earned off my blog that I've had for years. That's that's all I've made off of it because I haven't posted anything on my blog in years. So it has the account is set up for the Google AdSense for that. So I don't know what all is involved, but honestly, they don't really say anything until you get it.
Yeah.
You'll get there. You'll get there. What are you at for subs? Where are you at for subs? Flicker Hill.
So if she's 55% there, that means she's like a little over 500.
No, I think she's instead of talking about the watch hours, so she's probably over she's over her 2,000.
Yeah, I'm at 1578. I think I got a lot of watch hours to go.
Well, you got to start doing your own lives instead of everyone else's.
Yeah, but nobody. Well, see, that's what we're going to start doing. See, we're going to start doing this restream thing.
That's
I get on with.
That's smart.
On Thursdays, might as well.
Oh yeah, you might as well be getting your own watch hours too. Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, I wish YouTube would credit us for modding because I mod for a lot of channels. I'm in a lot of lives and don't get any credit for that. I don't even get paid.
You get freebies all the time. I don't even want to hear it. I see all those mail calls you get.
What mail calls? I don't get nothing.
Oh yeah, right.
I wish they would send me some stuff. I shout them out. I guarantee I will. I'll shout you out.
Thank you so much, Teresa.
Yep. Teresa, if you got something you want me to shout you out, send me a hat, or I'll definitely shout you out.
Well, hey, Flicker Hill, I'll tell you what I told You Grow Row earlier. If you want to come by next Thursday night, you're welcome to be a guest on the live. You can come up and hang out, and you can stay for 5 minutes if that's all you want, or you can stay for however long you want. And just to get your feet wet, try it out. It's a lot easier when you do it on someone else's live because you're not responsible for anything. But you can kind of get a little taste of it, and it's not as scary. And honestly, especially if it's your first live, just say, hey, this is my first live. Everyone's going to be super helpful and understanding. And, hey, Foreskins, welcome in. You wiped your feet and smashed that like button. Awesome.
Yeah, but you have the gift. You have the gift for conversation. Some people don't. And it takes them to be able to get on live. It takes them a little bit more, encouragement. And they may need somebody with, on panel with them to get them going because they can't carry.
Yes, I have the gift of gab.
You have the gift of conversation.
God. Do you want to hear the story of where it all started?
I'd love to hear the story. Let's hear this, Rochelle.
I gotta have a drink.
Yeah, back in '05.
Who were you talking to, Teresa? How about everybody you can type in the word link and your link will get dropped since Jesse's a guest now.
I can drop Flicker. Don't worry. I can drop her like a
You can still drop. Yeah, or have a guest on for your first live and someone that uses StreamYard and whatever, so they can help you out too, right? Okay.
That's what I'm saying. If she's a little bit nervous, and have somebody on with you, because
So
when we did our first live, and that was just a giveaway. I mean, talking to the computer, I felt like nobody's listening. I'm not getting any feedback. There's no, or we love you, Jesse.
well, you know what? I'll tell you right now, if you want to hear yourself through the speakers, if you wear a headset. So when I wore my headset, and a lot of times, like if I'm interviewing someone, I will put the headset on just to make sure I don't get feedback. But then you hear yourself through the headset, and then when you take it off, it feels really weird again, not hearing yourself.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. It felt really weird.
Yeah. Although I find this easier than talking into the camera when I'm filming a video. This feels more natural because it's like I'm just talking into the mirror. Especially if you have a guest up, because then it's like you're actually talking to someone and you get like their facial, you get the immediate feedback.
Right.
For me, talking into a camera still feels like, especially if it's like someone's out, or my daughter will come and my daughter will mock me. And I'll be standing there and be like, I'm ready to film my intro. And she'll be like, hi, I'm Brampton Gardner. And today we're going to be talking about, and the thing that makes me mad is so many times she'll say exactly what I had been thinking of saying. And I'm like, now I can't say that because I'm like, don't ruin my intro.
She knows you. She knows you. That's just it.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. You got here just in time for the story hour. Okay. So
Don't forget to tell the story.
Many moons ago, when I was a wee lass, my mom had to give a presentation in front of a group of people, and it was with her and my sister. And my sister is 6 years older than me, so she was 9 and I was 3. And so my mom thought it would be a good idea for me to just come up with them onto the stage, so that I would just get used to being up there and whatever, right? So I had one line, one word. Mom asked me one word. And apparently I had sat through too much of their rehearsal, because when mom turns to me and asks me the question and I'm supposed to respond with one word, I basically rattled off the entire 5-minute part that they were supposed to be doing.
Oh.
So then my mom was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? So she decides to, and it was a Bible story they were discussing, and it was about Samson. And so she was supposed to be asking my sister. So she's like, okay, what can I do? So she asked him a few things. So then she's like, and my sister at this time was just mortified. Absolutely. My sister, like I said before, she's very type A, very prim and proper. And I'm polar opposite in a lot of ways. So she's like just mortified. So my mom asked her to describe him. And so she says or was it David? I can't remember. She was like, oh, he was a foot tall instead of a foot taller than everyone else. So then everyone's kind of chuckling. And then she's like, and he was really Hamson. And she's like, she can't get the word. And my mom is just sitting there looking at her like, just stop. So, and then mom says, to her horror, I climbed up on the table and I grabbed the microphone and I said, handsome, Tina, handsome.
Oh no. That sounds like something you would do.
Yeah. So that was my first experience with the microphone and talking. Yeah.
Now, is Tina more like your mom or like your dad? And you just the opposite?
I would say my sister's probably more like my dad. He's a little more serious. I'm not really like anyone.
Oh no.
No, my mom had, like, both of my parents have good sense of humor. My mom's side of the family has like an amazing sense of humor. My mom is the most easygoing, laid back, likable, nice. Like, she never complains. She's always in a good mood. She's amazing. We've always gotten along, even through like my teen years and everything. We were always really, really good friends, and we hung out a lot, and she would come and hang out with my friends. My friends loved her. So, I think I take after her a bit more in that, but she's not emotional. She's not a very emotional person. Whereas my dad's more emotional. So I get that side from him. right? Like she's never cried at a movie. She's, like just nothing. Whereas I'm like crying at, Gran Torino and Hallmark commercials. So I get a lot more emotional and I get a lot more. So like my dad is kind of more of a quick temper and can hold a grudge. My mom it takes a lot to get her mad. And then she doesn't really stay mad. My sister, no, my dad doesn't really hold a grudge, but my sister does. I have a quick temper, but I get over it quick too. I don't really care. I'm like, "Whoop, whoop," whatever. And like my sister, we would get, we'd be arguing with her, whatever. And she'd be like, I'm never talking to you again. And then 5 minutes later, I'd be like, hey, do you want to do this? And she'd look at me like, oh yeah, I'm mad at you. And she would hold a grudge for, the whole day or weeks or whatever. And I would forget every 5 minutes that I was still mad at her. I'm just.
And does she live in Brampton? Is she there nearby?
Hi, Old Sweets Farm. How are you? Welcome in. No,
Rich, hello, Rich. Is she live nearby?
No, actually, that's a
States.
whole nother story. But
Oh,
I
no.
haven't seen my sister in over 20 years.
Really?
And I've only talked to her twice in that time when my mom had her stroke. So I have been
Wow.
cut off. So it's a very sad story.
Yeah, I don't want to get
I'm getting choked up now. I don't mind talking about it, but just on.
How about them Astros?
On the live. Yeah, exactly. So that's unfortunate. And we had been really, really close for a very long time. But like I said, she's very stubborn and she can hold a grudge. And so it happens. It happens with families, unfortunately, right?
Yep.
I'm super stubborn and self-competitive. Oh no. Knock it off.
Yep.
You're not helping anybody.
Didn't mean to go there.
No worries. Glad you were able to pop in. I had to harvest the garden. Oh, nice. Mow the farm and then water. It was a very long. Oh my goodness. You had to do everything. Who watered the chickens?
Probably Holly.
Ah, thanks.
Holly don't mind doing it. Yeah,
it's really sad. And then like my daughter, she didn't get to grow up with any family, any cousins, anything like that, because it's just my sister and I, right? And so that's why I made sure that Holly's working late. Okay. That's why I made sure, like when we had like the neighbors and everything on the street, exactly. That were like same age as her. I was just like, boom. We did everything together. And I used to babysit the one girl. They were best friends growing up, and they were only 6 weeks apart. And I was like, yeah, I had no problem babysitting her. And even now, like we go to the river, the beach or whatever, I take as many kids as I can because I want her to have that feeling of family. And so many people, especially in our area here, a lot of the parents have immigrated to Canada. And so they don't have the family either. They don't have the aunts and uncles and cousins and stuff for their kids. So it kind of works out that we're all kind of like, just trying to build this support group for the kids. And she's been so lucky. Like we've always had kids her age on our street, but like right now there are 9 girls that are between the ages of 12 and 13. And they all get along and they hang out all the time. Some of them are sisters and family. And they just, it's so fortunate that they are able to hang out. And then the one has a little sister who's 7 that tags along all the time. It's like, how does she get in there? But yeah, like we've formed our own family. And then honestly, when everything got shut down, like so many of my friends that were around us were so paranoid. Like they wouldn't even like come outside and like talk to you in the driveway or go for a walk or anything like that. Like they were like locked down. And so honestly, if it hadn't been for YouTube, I probably would have gone insane. Social media. My friend up the street, she was like, oh, she goes, I'm so glad you found this YouTube outlet. Because honestly, she's like, I was so worried about you during lockdown because you're such a people person. So,
it's opened a lot of doors for a lot of people, and like Sweet was saying, you can pick your friends, but not your family. And
yeah,
it's given us a lot of ability to meet a lot of new people and
Oh, for
a lot of
sure.
new friends. And I mean, you wouldn't, if it hadn't been for the, if you will, the pandemic, we probably would have never gotten to meet the
No,
people we've met.
exactly. Well, I mean, I know a lot of people started, that's when they started gardening for the first time. I was already gardening. That's just kind of when I started getting into watching more YouTube channels.
Right.
And it wasn't until I think it was the end of that year that I was doing a lot of seed swaps. And so people wanted to know about, okay, well, like the loofah, right? How do I harvest the loofah? How do I know when the loofah is ready and this and that? So I did a little video and I showed it on in some of the gardening groups and I put it on my Facebook and everyone was like, oh, that's awesome. And I was like, oh, people like the video. And then I did a few garden tour videos, just short ones, brief ones of the tomatoes and stuff that I was doing, so they could see what I was seed swapping. And I was just like, oh. And then my daughter and my husband were like, you should do a YouTube channel. And I already had a YouTube channel for my sewing, but I wasn't like doing it like to promote for the sewing. A lot of it was just a few tips that I had done videos of for different pattern designers that I was doing pattern tests for. Because there's one that I'm friends with her before she went into sewing and polywoggles, and she's like, oh, I don't like doing I hate my voice on camera, I hate this, I hate that, I don't feel comfortable doing videos. So I wasn't even really in the videos, but it was just like I did the voiceover while I was sewing and showed the techniques for a few of her videos for that. And so that's basically, I think I have like 35 subscribers on that channel. I don't know, but it was more just to share the link. Okay, this is how you do this technique. This is a gathering technique. This is how you do the straps on the back of the swimsuit, things like that. So I had a little bit of experience with, running, just uploading and minor editing and stuff like that. So, the idea of so then I thought, well, I'll just do a YouTube channel. Maybe I'll get 20 people to watch it, but it's a way to share with, friends and family all over. Cause I have, my cousins and stuff are in Alaska and in Oregon, and I have friends down in Florida and all over. So, I mean, that's just kind of where it had originally started. I hadn't planned on and I didn't know anything about monetization or anything like that when I started YouTube. I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to do this. And put out the videos. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, and then it was like, oh, you should try to get your first, 100 subscribers, because then you get your custom URL. So I was like, all right. So then I got that. But then I'm watching everyone else hitting these milestones and I was like, all right, I'll, whatever. And then it just kind of
fell into place.
35 subscribers sounds like a lot. You know what? It was a lot for me. I was surprised. I was like, 35 people have wanted to watch me sew this. Like, it's crazy.
Well, when I started, I didn't even know what a subscriber was. I did mine just to have a place to put videos, and they were just shorts. So I took some videos. I started in 2014, put a few shorts on there and said, well, if they're on YouTube, I won't ever lose them. Sure enough, I never did. They're still there. And
I think it very odd. Yes. But my mom's favorite saying was, you can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
Yeah.
Oh no, you enjoyed lockdown. I know some people, like my husband, he's of course opposites, right? So he's introverted. He was just like, whatever. Actually, I didn't mind. I didn't mind the staying home. I didn't mind spending the time, with the family and in the garden. But as long as I had the outlet to talk to people, and they were sick of hearing about my flowers. Like, I've got to be able to talk to somebody else about it. So everyone around here was really glad when I started my YouTube channel.
Michelle, how many times are you going to plant that tomato?
I know. Or watering them, or my daughter would come in our room. Yeah. It stinks. It smells like dirt. But she hates when I have the seedlings in the bedroom. She'll come in and watch TV in our room and she'll be like, it stinks in here.
I smell manure. Smell fertilizer.
511, yeah. Don't use the 511 in the house. Nope. You did Facebook and Twitter. Oh my goodness. Yeah. No, I like people. I like crowds. I like it's the same way with our videos. Started to put them, yeah. And that's kind of what I started with even Facebook. I hadn't even really known what Facebook was going to be when I started. I I mainly started Facebook because I had been on the Canadian Gardening Board. I was always, as soon as like the internet came out, I was on message boards. If there was anything I was interested in, I was on a message board for it. So when I got Gizmo, I had a pug. I was on pugs.com message board. I was on the Canadian Gardening message board. I was on message boards for all different kinds of things and got to meet people online and created friendships and that. So I was already used to that. And then when the Canadian Gardening magazine was shutting down their forum, everyone was like, what are we gonna do? And so then they decided to start they're like, oh, we're starting a group over on Facebook. And I hadn't started Facebook. I had a MySpace account with like my two cousins that forced me to open an account. So I was like, I don't know, I'm not into this. So I started Facebook mainly to keep in touch with the gardening group from the message board. And then I had my daughter's birth club. So when I was pregnant, Jesse's traveling. So when I was pregnant, I ended up joining Baby Center website and the forum for our April birth moms. And we all stayed friends really long. And then they're like, okay, well, after 2 years or whatever, they shut down your group because most people are already gone. And we're like, well, we still want to chat. So we moved to Facebook from that. I don't know what Jesse's doing. Why your thumb's orange?
I was just trying. Yeah, I was just trying this green screen thing. Wow,
I'm trying the green screen thing.
I've never done it before.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, wow.
No.
You're at Lisa's house.
Yeah, I'm at Michelle's house.
I wish.
I'm downstairs. You're up in the.
I'm up in
back
the.
room. I'm
up
down in
here.
her living room.
You're
I wish you
downstairs.
hurry up and finish. You can come play a song for me.
Are
on
you gonna
my
play the piano? Yeah. Actually, I'm just gonna go to the beach.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Or get attacked. A Dexter. Oh my god, I'm so mad about this Dexter cam.
Oh,
So
yeah, what
I got a
happened to that?
notification. Well, they said it was delivered.
No.
Someone signed for it and it's been delivered. So I don't know. I sent them an email about it. I'm very upset because that's the reason I went with that one. I bought that one was because it was going to have early delivery. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's a mess up in that or whatever, but like I can see the whole tracking numbers and everything getting tracked.
What do they do a picture when they leave it on your porch?
I didn't get the picture. No. So I messaged him asking if they got a picture and I got to go back into my account and see, cause I keep waiting for an email to notify me, but I'll go back into the account and see if there's a notification for that. Cause I'm so mad. Especially when we went on this hike on Tuesday at Limehouse. And there's this trail and like some of it gets pretty steep. There's like a ladder at one point you have to go down. So Randy had to carry Dexter down the ladder. I went down with my bag and my big camera and the fishing pole. And then the kids they were just doing their thing. But yeah, it was, some of it was a bit, I might say treacherous, but I mean, it wasn't like a smooth path. Yeah. And Dexter loved it though. My gosh. There were a few places, Randy had to lift him up because it was too high, but man, he could just scamper up the sides of those. Yeah, he was just having a great old time. I was like, oh, I wish he had the GoPro on.
Yeah. Well, he's got no ill effects from that surgery then, huh? No.
I think it did slow him down a bit, but the other incision, it's healed up really nicely. And it didn't slow him down at the time even.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long did he have to wear the cone?
He had to wear that for 2 full weeks. Yeah.
Wow.
It would have only been, they would have let him off sooner if it was just the neutering, but since it was the other, and he could kind of he could get himself in a position where he could reach the scar on his belly. So yeah. You bought your farm right before. Oh, okay. Oh, I bet. Yeah. Well, see, and that's the reason Nicole's still here. Give me all the fats, meat fats. Lockdown was the best. What? Get me all the meat fats? What did I miss? Like a whole conversation going on over here?
Where are you seeing that? That just you must have moved up. You must have. That was an hour ago.
No, that's where my chat is at.
No.
Yeah, my chat's like behind. Oh, that's weird. Okay, now it just.
You must have hit it. We should be down here with Flicker Hill.
Here we go. My wife hated my seedlings. So no. Oh no. Yes, you need a greenhouse. Oh yeah. Yeah, we have that little mini greenhouse. It's 6x6 that we set up in the spring for just a month or two, and it makes such a difference. And then, just take it down. There are wristbands that work? Like, I'm so confused. Oh, wow. 12x16. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah. I typed small size one, probably. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. I use. Oh, I think she's way back on the she behind back when we were talking about being motion sickness. I'm not a huge fan, but have you seen the animal cam vids from Goldshaw Farm? He put camera on. No, but I'm wondering, is that the guy that was over visiting Roots and Refuge? Because I know she had a friend that does that on his farm, and he came over and put a camera on her dog and the chicken. And the dog went out and took a nap on the porch the entire day. So he goes, at the end of the day, he goes to upload the footage, and it's literally just the dog napping the whole day. It was so funny. They were so upset. But then the chicken was hilarious.
Yeah, chickens, they're
Okay, so it's
constantly
the same
moving.
guy. Okay, so I haven't seen his channel, but I saw when he had the chickens there, and it was absolutely hilarious. Yeah, nap camp. I don't think I have to worry about that with Dexter. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Oh man. Well, I didn't realize how late it was getting. My goodness, I'm keeping everybody up.
Yep.
Oh, we had a big job today. We had to do a big living room, almost the size of yours there, Jesse. And I don't really know what's in store for tomorrow, but my husband told me it's a crappy job tomorrow. So.
But were the ceilings as high?
They were 9 foot.
Yeah.
They were 9 foot. There was a 9-foot ceiling, which is kind of a pain because you just have to have everything extended more, and then it's more vertical. So that meant it just kept dripping in my face. Because I'm using the Zinsser, which is a super watery consistency, and it just it's just splattered all over my arms. And I have like a paint shirt that I wear over my regular shirt just to keep it from getting ruined. And I'm always like, why don't I ever grab a long sleeve paint shirt? But
Why don't you wear one of those hoods, a big hood with the two eyes?
no, my husband, he used to, like, when he's spraying the stucco on, he used to wear like a jumpsuit that he had, like a mechanic's jumpsuit.
Mhm.
But then he recently just bought a couple lab coats. So now I'm calling him Dr. Stucco. But he says it's so much cooler because it's just, it's open on the bottom, right? It's not like this, it's not as tight and whatever. So I was like, oh, I think he has 2 of them. I should use the other one when I'm painting, because it just drips. It just makes such a mess. He lives in Vermont and is going to be at the Homesteaders of New England Expo in September. Awesome. I should check him out. I loved watching the videos. Yes, we want to see a picture of you playing that piano, Jess.
Rich,
I know you can play the drums.
I would, Rich, but people get tired of Mozart, so I don't want to.
What about Chopin?
Yeah, no, he's so early
He's too
80s.
bougie. He's
More
too
80s.
bougie.
Yeah.
Oh.
1780s.
Oh, well, yeah. He loves drama, so just be prepared. Oh no. I don't know. There's enough drama on the news. I don't know if I need it for my YouTube. There's someone, and I used to watch their channel, and I can't anymore because it's just like, like, it's such a drama queen, and it's just like, get over it. Like, and the thumbnails, it's always like just like disaster is happening and whatever, and it's just like, no.
Are you talking about Eric?
And I'm not talking about Eric. No. I knew you were thinking of that as soon as I said, do a little Jerry Lee Lewis. Little great balls of fire. Woo!
I can't get my foot up on top of the keys anymore like I used to.
Gotta get that new knee.
Gotta get that new knee.
The extra leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's another, and I won't say channel. And these are like big channel names, right? Like they've got like, like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And there's this other guy, and it's just poor me, bull, bull, bull. And I'm like, and then he was complaining about losing a bunch of subscribers after a video where he'd been complaining.
Are you sure you're not talking about Chuck?
And I'm not talking about Chuck. I said hundreds of thousands of subscribers,
Well,
not
he
just
does. He
hundreds.
just did
Yeah.
the show because he's got them scratched out, so we think he's only got 500.
Yeah. I don't think he likes drama. I think things happen and he has to address it due to becoming a public thing. That's possible. Yeah. It depends on how it's handled, right? But yeah, this other guy is just like, oh my God, it's like a crybaby. I'm like, enough. I can't even. I unsubscribed. I was like, no, I don't need this in my life.
You don't
He's
need that.
annoying. I just want to smack him, you know? No. And then I don't like watching too many of the summer gardening channels, as I call them, like complaining in California in January. Oh, I'm gonna have to cover my tomato plant. It's getting cold this weekend. And I'm out, shovel 3 feet of snow. It's like, really? Really? No. I had to quit watching Kelly Kim. I'm like, I can't take this anymore. No. And then shade cloth. What the heck is a shade cloth? Like, why would anyone want to shade their tomato plants? Like, we want all the sun we can get on these babies. Yeah. Oh, I hate that. Yeah. Exactly. Or yeah. And it's just like so dramatic. Or the ones with the thumbnails that are weird and then have nothing to do with the video at all. Yeah. The whole clickbait thing. No. No. I mean, I've done some funny titles and stuff, but it still pertains to the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the ones that say, we're quitting. And it's nothing to do with quitting YouTube or.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Or my husband left me.
Yeah.
Because he went out of town for 2 days. It's like,
yeah.
Really?
Like, right.
What am I going to do? My husband left me for 2 days. So I'm watching all the TV I want to watch. Yeah. Finally got one up on the California. Yeah, there you go. Love, is this the end of the farm? Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is it. We can't go anymore. Exactly. I know. People fall for it. Yeah, I know.
Well, Rochelle, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming up, Jesse. Thank you to my guests tonight. I had you, I had Dorsha, and I had Laura from Hedgehog's Homestead. And
thank you to everybody in the chat who showed up.
Yes, and Nicole and Corinne behaving themselves in the chat. Thank you very much.
Don't forget,
I think Nicole fell asleep though. I haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah, go smack that like button before you leave.
Chase needs a bigger chainsaw. That was edgy. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming over and listening to the crazy stories and just chatting. But yeah.
All right. Well,
thanks, Jesse.
We'll talk with y'all
You're
later.
a pal. Say hi to Lisa.
I will. Y'all be good.
And,
Bye-bye.
I got to get on this jam soon too. Jelly. I'll be making some crabapple jelly.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that because I've never seen or I've never had a crab apple. I've seen them, I've never had them. So
yeah,
that'll be interesting to see. And
I don't know if I want to film the process.
That'll probably be another challenge for Lisa. She'll say, I know I can make that. I got to make that.
Now you're going to have to find her a box of crab apples somewhere.
I got to find crab apples in Texas.
Good luck on that. I would send you some, but I don't think they'd let them across the border.
Yeah, be like you finding prickly pear, right?
I can actually probably find prickly pear at the Asian market.
Oh,
I'll have to look and see if they have it there.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all be good. Chuck, we'll see you in the morning, bub. Talk to you later.
All right. Good night, everybody. Take care. Thank you. Bye.